Hello, good day, everybody. Good day, good day, good day, good day, everybody. It is another beautiful day again with us at Upper Reporters on Talk, the program where we discuss and give our unbiased and unreserved opinion on the issues and major issues affecting the social, political, and economic welfare of Edo and Nigerians, connecting Nigerians home and abroad. Today is the 27th day of May 2024, and we are live in the studio for our 27th edition. It's our 27th episode of the program. Today, as always, we have very exciting, I'm not say just exciting, we have very exciting topics for today. But first, I'd like to introduce myself. I am Bizo J. I'm going to be your host, or your co-host, or your host and moderator of the day. And as usual, with me on this in the studio on the right hand side of, or my left hand side, depends on where how it is on your screen, is my co-host by the name. Co-host, please introduce yourself.
I greet everybody. My name Edo, or if you call me Upper Reporters TV, or join. I did join from I did stream from Japan. Uh, Today we get many talk, very sweet one, but I don't need to waste time too much because we get people for the studio. So I'll go pass the mic back to my host so that make you could dive into the matter. We see as
Yeah,
it be today.
yeah. Thank you very much. Uh, First of all, I have to give the rules or the guidelines. On every social media outlet, please comment, but before you comment, don't forget to share, don't forget to like. Even if you don't like, you can hit the dislike button. Don't forget to tamper or double with those buttons on your social media platform. If this is your first time on any of the social media handles, please comment, subscribe, share if you please just do all that. Share, subscribe, like, dislike, thumbs up, thumbs down, do it as you want. But please leave, don't leave without putting something on ground. That is first. Then secondly, if you have any comments, please leave your comments, no matter what it is, suggestion, comments, opinion, please leave it on the handle, leave it on the comment section and all that. Thirdly, a number is going to pop up on the screen. Is going to be a number that you can use to call the studio. You can call the studio and tell us what your submissions are regarding the topic, or if you have something else to tell us, give a recommendation, comment, or whatever, etc. Please, the number will pop up on the screen. It has to be WhatsApp only. Please let it be the WhatsApp numbers, WhatsApp call only. If you call from any other way, we wouldn't pick. No text messaging, no messaging, WhatsApp calls only. Then fourthly, if you are in the studio with us and you want to make a suggestion or a comment on the private chat of the StreamYard link or the StreamYard studio, indicate by raising your hand over there, and I will do my best to ensure that you are told to come in to give your submission as the time goes. Okay, now back to the order of the day. We all thank you for coming, and we have more people coming in watching. Yes, because we just started. Again, we understand we today fell on a good day in Nigeria. Today, or in two parts of the world, today is the Memorial Day in. So first of all, today is Children's Day in Nigeria. Nigeria celebrates Children's Day. So we know the holiday there's a holiday in Nigeria. We expect to have a full house because parents are home. And it's a Monday, it's not a week, not like a weekend where the celebration where they kick off with the weekend vibes. So it's Children's Day in Nigeria. Happy Children's Day to all the great children in Nigeria. The children are the leaders of tomorrow. Okay, that was what we were told. And now we are no longer children and we are no longer leaders. You have to resonate. I'm thinking deep on that talk. We were told the children are the leaders of tomorrow. When we were children, and now we were children. I remember as a child, we had the social studies. Yes, and they had there was this topic, something affairs. Can somebody remind me, please? What was it called? My people in the studio, are you there? Mr. Osa, Mr. Osa, are you there with us?
Yes, I am.
With human affairs, there was this course that we had as students that we had it, and it was part of social studies, and they used it to tell us. Then they used to let us know who the Minister of Petroleum was, or who the 12 governors were in the 12 states.
Are you talking about current affairs?
Current, oh my! That's why I love my family. Yes, that's why. You know, I remember current. Yes, they call them current affairs. Yeah, current affairs gave us details back then on how on people in the helms of affairs. I remember very well that we used to have Jubril Aminu as private for a very long time. He was the Minister of Petroleum for over, I think, almost a decade or over a decade.
Our lifetime.
I think all my primary school years it was Jubril Aminu.
Jibril Aminu. That was the only name that stuck in our head.
Because he was the Minister of Petroleum, and sometimes I thought it was like it was hereditary. I thought it was a reverse position where he had to be Minister for Petroleum forever.
I thought it was for a lifetime. Yeah.
I thought it was like that. And I used to admire it, and it was like, yes. And I think we had Rimanu Lukman as well. I don't know. But back to the topic. Today's Children's Day. And then they always give us the line of the children are the future or are the leaders of tomorrow. How far have we gone with that? How well has that been a part of the tales that we were told as children? Was it just to keep us in check? Was it to make us happy? Or was it to give us some dreams that we probably never knew would come? Or was it to keep us calm from asking too many questions? That is left for the people here. I know we have topics for today, but today is a very special day. It's a special day for the children because the children truly hold the future of the world. If the children are built right, the system, the nation, the economy is built right. If the children are not catered for or taken care of properly, that means there are high tendencies that the future might not hold well for the people, because the children are an important part of life. They're an important part of the economy. They're an important part of the country. They're the important part of the people. So we have to know. It's late already for me. I think I would have loved to have a write-up. I would have loved to have a write-up, or how would I put it? a write-up for children, something I could read out for everybody that could be on record for the kids. But let's go further. Again, Happy Children's Day to all the children in the world. Because we like we say, Nigerians, we are unique. When there's Children's Day in Nigeria, we celebrate every Nigerian child, and not just only Nigerian children. We celebrate children all around the world because no matter where you are, no matter where we are, on Children's Day, our children are celebrated. However, no matter where we are in the world, on Children's Day, children in the world are celebrated. So I'm taking extra time on that underline. Happy Children's Day in Nigeria. Again, let's move to the topics at hand. Yes, we have a very interesting topic. We are going to go back to the children topic when we have when we have when we have more people come in the studio. But the major topics today, as it is on the write-up, as we have on the flyers, the major topic for today are APC Edo. Okpebholo takes campaign to Maryland, US, etc. He was at I think he was at New York and he was at Maryland over the weekend. Maryland is somewhere in Maryland. Maryland is a state. It was in US and Maryland last week. Yes, he went for a town hall meeting or for campaign. And no, don't ask me for that about that. Governor Obaseki initiates the payment of 70,000 minimum wage to civil servants. You know, the last time we had a beautiful sister with us by the name of Obaseki. She was here, an athlete. I call her an ambassador because I don't know if I'll use the word ambassador or honorable because she earned what she was given. She has won an award for Edo State in table tennis. Those are the people that we should give titles. We cannot give titles to people that win elections. Nah. A Nigerian honorable, a Nigerian ambassador should be someone who has played a major role competitively or competing on the best levels. I cannot just say because I won an election that could have been won maybe by love, luck, or lots of money, and I expect people to begin to call me an honorable. That is political. Now, for a person to be given an honorable title or an honorary title, in my opinion, should be a person that has earned it. People that win competitions for their states, people that win competitions for their country, people that win competition for their communities. Serious competition. I'm not talking about the Big Brother kind of competition where people go into one house and hear 150 million is given to the highest person for. No, I'm talking about real competition. A table tennis competition is not easy to win. And this girl has won medals. Doesn't matter if it's gold, silver, or bronze. Participating, getting to a level to represent your state first. That should attain something. Then winning. That should be on the honorary level. Those people should be on the ambassadorial levels. Yes, don't wait until they get old and can't take care of themselves before we start jumping. Those people should do it. When they win, they should be paid good, heavily for it, which will emulate, which want the younger ones to want to play sports. It is These days, sports is part of the highest paid occupation for in the world. One of the highest paid occupation in the world. And you have teenagers getting well paid because they have earned, they deserve it, they have earned it, they have represented either a country or a group of people or an association, and they are being well paid and catered for. So that should replicate in our state. So the reason why I'm going there, she is also an earner from the Edo State government. The last time we spoke with her was on the 24th, if I'm correct, on the 24th of May. And she was asked in the studio, have you received the new minimum wage? Have you been paid the 70,000? She said no, she had not. She has not. And I said, okay, when does these finances hit your account, like your salary? And she said it was 24th of the month. That means it would hit like after before on or before 26th after. Today is the 27th. We have had information that the 70,000 naira has been paid and workers in Edo are happy about it. That is some good news. Even if, yeah, critics, underlying critics to it. Then lastly, they're talking about the $150 million ecology fund launched by Obaseki last year. They say it failed. And they said this overwhelming flood in Benin City. These are the major topics for today, though we are going to have to add to it. But at every point of our 2 hours today, we have to ensure that we hit on every topic. We don't just hit on the first topic, we just hit on every topic. But first, what I will say, like what I will have to like to start with is the ecology fund launched by Obaseki last year that has failed. I know this is my topic. This is a topic for from us. I still like to get I still like to get details from people in the house or people from across watching in different forums because I would love to. The house is not the studio is not full yet, but like we all know, we get into the conversation, get into the discussions while people come in. So the $50 million is that $150 million ecology fund launch in Obaseki and the flooding. The flooding in Edo State is not going to stop. How can we call? How do we? Where do we go from there? Because at some point we were told Obaseki did not Obaseki, the previous government, which is Adam Soshomole, coming Adam Soshomole, he did a wonderful drainage system and etc. 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 But why are we still having flooding in those states? My co-host, are you there? Are you available to talk to me about it?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I greet everybody. Yeah, about the erosion fund we basically launched last year, $150 million to contain the erosion and flood for the state. It seems that the the job not really the project not really hold the work because few days during the fall now, of course, erosion and flood are problem for all over the world right now. Uh, but our state no they different too. So we cannot really say whether the flood if we not do the project or not. But me, I would say probably the project they do have, they never service some areas of the project, maybe some drainage they block and the rest, because at the last runway for everywhere for Benin they flooded mostly that GRA. So that will tell you say man, the flood not really go where they turn out to, not really get where to flow through, the drainage system, even after the rain the next day, next 2 days right now, many areas see they flooded. So that's supposed to be emergency so that Let's look how to still drink that water, because you not drink that water, that will start because under diseases, sickness for people for the area. But again, right from Oshomole get case for ESCC, allegedly, I don't know, they don't screen up for that case. The Ecology Fund, water storm project, 30 billion water storm project.
30 billion naira water storm
30 billion
project.
naira, yeah, but no great do, At least I believe so that one of the among of the things that they affected do. And the one Obaseki flag of last year, I don't really know whether a storm project you do, or do you want create a different route for this erosion so that they will get where they will follow. So, but the way it is right now, it's not looking good. The flood system in Edo State is not really looking good. If the contractors are going to go to site, they will go to site. I heard the governor is in London. I know that they don't come back, but for any serious government, you're supposed to come back to town to jump into action, because some areas really they flood, like INEC. Yeah, building they messed up, their materials damaged. So I saw me, I see on my
The INEC, you the INEC?
yes, I think INEC building for Edo State, their material destroyed, most of the material destroyed because of the water. So I was seeing on the news.
Okay. Well, from your segment, I was very pleased. You mentioned something. You mentioned flood being a catastrophe or a natural disaster that has been plaguing the world. It's not only in Nigeria that there's rain or there's flood. And these days, sometimes it's not even the amount of rain that causes the flood. Sometimes just a little drop and the whole town is under water level or under sea level, like they use some terms. For Edo State, I can for Edo State, or let me not use Edo State let me not generalize. Let me use Benin. In Benin, like I would say, in Benin, if I am the governor, I've told people before, that's why I'm not governor yet. But if I'm governor, I'll do a lot of things that people might criticize me for. People might condemn me completely for. But the only reason why things happen in some places is because stringent actions are taken. That is the reason. If, for example, we have a lot of people trying to habit or cohabit in a certain demographic, there are tendencies that the place might be overused. And if it's not properly taken care of, it's going to end up being decayed. Maybe I'm not wanting to use bad words. I'm just trying to use words that people can understand. I'm trying to not go deep into saying too many heavy. I'm just trying to say it as easy as it can be. Now, what I mean by this, everybody is trying to saturate, or everybody is trying to cohabit in the GRA axis and environs. When I mean GRA axis and environs, people would like to live in GRA, but if they can't live in GRA, they try to live across GRA, closest part like Dunes, like Ekema Road, or they try to live in certain areas where the GRA axis is 5-10 minutes away. You understand what I'm trying to say? So now when these people just live there, some of them go as far as crossing the borders. When I mean crossing the borders, they turn their personal homes to business centers. And some extra structures are being made. I don't know very well how, because I don't know very well how much the fence of a house or the building of a house is supposed to be from the fence or the fence to to the main road. There's supposed to be quite a distance. In Benin, most places of Benin and Jare, these things we don't experience, we don't see anymore. The town looks like it's getting smaller. The roads look like they are just one-way roads. So when people like that, when people begin to add structure to structure, when it pours, or when after every rainfall, where do we expect those water to go to? Benin is a very good place because we have very good land texture. We have very solid land texture where if water is poured, the water is absorbed, which makes it very solid. The red soil, very solid. So we get a lot of rain can fall today. If the rain doesn't go away, after a period of time, the soil absorbs the water and it becomes solid and everywhere becomes dry. Yes, that's the luck we have in Benin, especially. And that is what has been keeping us for a long time, but it cannot be forever. So, like I said, those structures that they have everywhere, fences, everybody, you have a plot of land. These days, I think people don't want to build on 30 by 50 because they want to own a land. And when they build inside a plot of 30 by 50, it becomes a bucket because it has to be fenced round. Everything wants to be in it. And while they build those things, they try to put a shop in front, which exceeds the land and tries to go across to the walkway. Every road has a walkway. So the structure is every structure. And every company, I don't know why construction companies don't. I don't know why they don't tell people or anything. Every road has a walkway. And most times those walkways are used underneath as drainages. The base, the depth, the underground is underground and drainages, the top is walkway. We know that they're covered with slab. Those are where water channel through. Secondly, people see water flowing and they throw refuse into the water. Knowing that our country, Nigeria, pure water, as it is called, made in polythene bags, are used every day. Polythene bags do not decay. If you have a polythene bag, it's just like bubble gum, like it's rubber. It doesn't decay. If these things are put under earth, if they are put underground, they come out and you dig them, keep them for 10 years. If you go into those depths or the soil, you dig them out, they come out and they are still active. They can use them again by just rinsing them, washing them, and recycling them. They become as fresh and solid as they were on manufacturing day. When those things do not decay and they go into our drainages, let us not expect a glorious day after a rainfall. Now they ask, because when a man is drinking pure water, and an indisciplined man, for Christ's sake, he's drinking pure water in his car, he buys it in traffic, he drinks it, he has washed his car just from car wash, all scenty and glowy. The next thing he does, after drinking the pure water, he winds down, he flings the sachet, the empty sachet away. Where does that empty sachet end? In our drainages, or in dumpsters, or people that sweep roads pack it, or people, if it goes in front of your house, environmental day, you pack it, you keep it, they don't come to pick it, or they come to pick it on rainy day. If my dustbin is full, there's a flood going, sweeping down my road. As the flood is draining down, you take your trash, you throw it into the flood. That is called the cycle of the problem. So when you have those kind of mentality and those kind of things happening around us, if you like, make the project $1 billion ecology fund, nothing is going to work. Because first we have to keep those places clean. Secondly, we have to stop building on top of drainages and on pathways. That is what is affecting us. Now the whole town is a bucket. From what I see, you see cars waiting for cars on a two-way street. People waiting for cars because by the time you drive to get to a point, someone has built a footstep or a foot stand for his or her shop in front of the house. So you can't drive properly. Even parking, if a car, there are some roads in Benin, some major roads, if a car park on the side, it becomes a one-way. Papa has the same, no, I don't know about that. Yeah, Papa has the same thing. People going into GT Bank, people going into Standard Trust Bank, they have to go into the bank, and it's the one way. If you go past the bank, those banks don't have parking spaces. Their banks are small, they have a lot of customers. So even to park on those places, because everything is looking small. So we have to go back, we have to retrace ourselves. So like I said, if I become, it's not my, I'm not applauding the government, I'm not saying the ecology program is working, but I'm just saying from a layman's perspective, even before you go into any ecology program, you have to know the design and put some stringent laws. People do it everywhere in the world. Let us not get it twisted. Being dirty or being unruly or discipline is a human factor. But I know that I think maybe one of these days I'll take pictures of it. There are some places you pass in some states where I live. They'll say, do not dump refuse, do not litter, fine, $1,000. When you hear it, they'll say, do not litter. The fine, they'll put the fine there. The fine is on the highway. If you say you do not see it, it's your own cup of tea. It's not like the highway. The fine and the poster is not a billboard where you can see from a mile. No. It's just small on a small board. But it means if you are found throwing dirt out of your car, or because first of all, those roads don't really have stores. If you are found throwing dirt outside, it is a minimum of $1,000, which is 1 point. Who can give me a clue? What's today's rate, please? Today's dollar rate.
Yeah, that was 1.5 million.
1.5 million without asking questions. That is a fine already for throwing dirt out. It sounds crazy. But they have told you that if you throw, even if it's a bubble gum paper, that is leaching already. Your fine is that. That's when it starts. Then they go into your profile. Then now, when they see that you have done that, they'll say, okay, that's 1,000. Why you are literally 1,000? You have littered this place. You have thrown dirt. Look at the dirt. It's an evidence. And secondly, you that are throwing, have you paid your taxes? What do you do? Do you have driver's license? Does your car have insurance? At the end of the day, what speed were you driving? You were not wearing your seatbelt. That's how it goes. When you affect 10 people, they will start preaching. They will first start complaining. How can you tell me to pay $1,000 when or 1 million for this? Did I kill somebody? That's what we see in our country. Did I buy somebody? Yeah, what? It was just such a water, but I threw away. But now you just threw such a water away. But now the rain has fallen. It's your such a water that is causing people to go out of their homes because of flood. So that's why I say balancing. Because we look at it as trivial, we have not done any crime, nobody has been hurt. Why? People have been hurt. Because the drainage is full, and now that the drainage is full, people are living out of their houses. Because there's a video I just went through just now. I think it was the business center somewhere in Dume's Road in Benin, and the flood has taken their whole business out. I think it's a wood factory or a furniture the furniture factory. The flood has taken everything out. It is unfair. We only blame the government, but we have to blame. We have to talk about the reasons why these things happen, why it occurs. And when it comes to natural disaster, that becomes a very high profile case because we cannot question God for bringing rain. We cannot stop rain. When it wants to rain, it will rain. When you try to stop it here, even if you try to stop it in a certain location, it doesn't mean it will do fall. You try to stop it. You can't stop rain. You can't stop rain from falling in more than 10 hours or 20 hours. Like people say they stop rain, they don't even stop it. People that say they do it, they try to do it, they hold the rain. They try to hold it for they say for a certain period and it pours. So when we try to talk about this ecology program failing and the flood in Benin, we have to know. But me talking, I'm not talking, it's not just me. I have my brother Uyi in the studio. Uyi, are you with me? He has his hands up. He wants to give us the information on the matter. Please, Uyi, go ahead.
Yes, good evening, everyone. You're welcome back to the show, Upper Reporters. This ecological problem, there are so many factors. I think if I want to divide the blame, I would say government will take 60% because the buck stops on their table, and the people will take 20, and previous government will take the other 20 because government is continuous. So you inherit both asset and liability. So that's the reason why I've given the previous government 20. So current government takes 60%. So let me start from previous government. You remember there was a time we had this UN ecological funds.
Yeah.
Yes. The United
That's it.
Nations. Yes, the United Nations. They know that there will be a time where we'll have this climate change, where flooding will be a problem, especially in Africa. So
Yes.
they created this ecological funds. The reason they created those ecological funds, it's for us to prepare for these days. But the black man, we never see things beyond our nose. Just we don't see things beyond what we eat today. So politicians looked at this because they actually created a kind of will I call it ministry or what would I call it again for that ecological fund. They saw it as a kind of opportunity to gift to gift to their cronies. So if your leader can just nominate you to be part of the ecological board, so they give you one helix. They used to give them helix. Then they write the United Nations ecological.
Yeah.
So politicians just used it as a way of servicing their cronies or their lawyer boys. So they never knew that the reason why that ecological fund that the United Nations embarked on that was to solve this problem we will have this time. You understand me? So
Yeah.
flooding now has become a problem. Are we ready for it? Did we use that money to prepare for it? No, we did not. Okay, that's for past government. And present government. I see at times because there's no matter how we look at it, this government, this present Obaseki government, they cannot be free from blame. They are not perfect. You understand? So when it's time to call them out for some things, we'll call them out for some things. I know Obaseki have tried to tackle flood problem like in Abuja quarters. I'm even surprised that there's still flood in Abuja quarters because there was one time, if you see the kind of drainage, if you see the kind of drainage they prepared for that, they constructed for that Abuja quarters. Yeah, so you would think that it will never happen again. Even in Textile Mill Road, if you see when they were constructing Textile Mill Road, the drainage they did can accommodate 2-story buildings underground
Yes.
before they cover the road and before they tar parapet and before they tar the road. So he's tried to do that, but it's still not enough. And I found out that the government cannot just be reactive. At times we need to be proactive. We know that there will be rainy season and there will be flood. The people have already littered the drainages and they've blocked it. But it's you okay. What do we do? Do we not start flogging them? No, it's government's responsibility to make sure that when it's coming to raining season, they have to have like a task force that will clear those drainages and prepare for these days. So government have not done that. So that's the reason why I'm giving them 60%. They've not done that. Although I can see that in road constructions, I can see the way they've tried to tackle the area of flooding and drainage in their road construction. I can see that they don't have the foresight to know that they have to do like a total, like a comprehensive drainage system before they construct roads. I've seen that with Textile Road. I've seen that with Abuja Quarters. I've seen that with some other roads they built or constructed or reconstructed. But the part of preparing for this time, they failed in this part. And I hope they learn from this. Obaseki is in Benin. He's currently in Benin. I saw on his post where he went to the INEC building. The host spoke about. I saw on his post when he went there, and I saw he said that there's going to be like an instant palliative measure to make sure that it does not repeat itself, and they channel the flood to where it can be of less destructive. So he's currently in Benin. He has reacted and he's gone to that place to see himself. So for the people, you cannot really flog the people like that because we are a representation of how our government reacts. You understand me? That is who we are. If our government dance, we dance. If they sleep, we sleep. You understand me? We can't create laws ourselves. We can't create laws everywhere all over the world. If there's no law, people will do whatever they want to do.
Oh,
You
yes.
understand me? If you don't police, if you don't enact, if you don't make sure that these laws are being obeyed, people will do whatever they wish. So you cannot really blame the people. Like there are some areas in the United Kingdom. Okay, let's just take London for example. There are some areas in London. You go to that place, you imagine, is this London?
Dilapidated or looking.
No, people they piss for road, they litter, they do because there's less. You know why? Because there's less enforcement in those areas. You understand me? If they increase enforcement, then those things will not happen. Like where I live, if you smoke cigar, you drop for ground, somebody will walk up to you on mufti. The person will bring ticket, come out and everything. They go on it, body cam. He go knock you 80 pounds for cigar where cigar where you use like 15 pounds they buy for packets. You understand?
Or not the one that you have smoked to. Or maybe somebody even gave you that cigar to smoke.
Maybe somebody even hacked you.
Somebody just say, okay, give me 2 sticks.
Thank you.
I'm not going to smoke here. I'm not going to
he go knock you 80 card, papa. If you cough like this, you spit for road like this, somebody go waka. Or mufti, you go waka near you, go on the body cam, pim, you go bring out the ticket like this, bam. Like that, ID card, this one. If you want to do, say you want to give fake name and everything, oh yeah, before you know, community police don't come. Before you know, better Alakba don't come. You don't go feel wrong because camera there everywhere. You understand? So because of more enforcement for my area, if you come my city center, you will see everywhere clean. You understand? So those other corner people go the peace put, you will see, say, man, people know they want the peace put like that because how you will want peace like this, you will look between life and death. You understand? But that being said, there is a public toilet in the mall. You understand? That you can use. Because you cannot say me person not peace for road and you not create where you go for peace.
Yes.
There's toilet that you physically pay to peace put. You understand? There are bins everywhere. If you want spit, bin there where you go spit put. You understand? So when I say that the people, there be the reflection on how government behave. You understand? So if government don't provide these things and put enough enforcement, but provide these utilities where people feel use. You understand? The facilities, we put the infrastructure there, say toilets there, bins there, all these things there where people feel utilize, then you go start to enforce. And in enforcing, you must make that enforcement team independent.
Yes.
Not be say somebody peace now, I won't go give a ticket. You tell me say you decrease, you won't lose your job. Then I do anyhow like this. I see insist. Then the next thing will be say they will come office. You understand? Or
Yes.
they
Foul
give
play,
person the
foul play in
contract.
governance.
Yes, or they give the person the contract for the enforcement, and the person can use the contract and they make money. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
these are the
yes.
things. So we now is like with the exchange energy. Government give us energy, we give government back energy. But for this flood situation in Benin, the government of the day not fit wash your hands come out. Will not fit
No,
wash the government of the day and
no,
come out
we cannot
because
take it away from them.
yes, because they were not proactive. Now that they reactive, 100%. If you talk say yes, what they don't do now after the thing, yes. But if for you the government don't understand, say waiting our waiting government not understand, say if you did proactive, you spend less. How much it go take them to take clear those drainages, those waterways where they say they use dirty block? How much it go take government to take clear those things? But you know how much it will cost government now to do palliative, to even give people who lose house, who lose properties, small thing. It will cost them more.
But
You understand?
the government believing the government, that is where the problem again that we have to deliberate on.
So
An
you know
outgoing governor is promising palliative that we know we use 10 months to pay. So
to
the
pay.
next time they want
That's
to pay it, it's a
yes.
new governor that is trying
That's
to.
that's what I'm saying.
It
What I'm saying
becomes a
is yes.
problem. The
It's
government
more
will come
expensive.
tomorrow and
Yes.
say they did
What I'm
not pay
saying is that
me.
is even if he's going to pay tomorrow, let's assume Obaseki is going to pay that money tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
He will be paying more than what they would have actually used to clear these drainages. You understand? That
True
is the
story.
reason. That is the reason why I am happy that the federal government is in court with state governors to make to make effect the local government autonomy.
Autonomy.
You
Yes.
understand? I want them to give
That's what I
total.
believe.
Yes, I want them to give total autonomy to local governments. Reason I said that is that this thing a local government job.
Oh yes. Oh
This
yes.
thing what they talk so now local government
Yes.
job,
Yes.
not
Yes.
be state government work. You
No.
understand? So if
Yes.
local governments they get their allocation the way they're supposed to get them, as in direct straight state government hand not there at all. And local government they conduct election as at when due an independent election. When it be said the way we be say Tinubu not fit tell Obaseki what to do, Obaseki not go fit tell already local government chairman waiting to do. Then this discussion now the local government now for the talk about for not the talk about state government. Just the way we are not talking about Asuwaju now for this flood. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
We would have been talking about the local government. So when it's time for local government election, local government chairman will actually get things that they will campaign with. They actually say, oh, when if you're gonna vote me, I go do this. Flood situation, I go Dave. We go take proactive measures. We go through roads. We go and if you even look at planning, the state is not even well planned. Look at these new communities. People just carry payload that enter bush, they cut road, they do everything, they do all these things. No well plan, no good plan, and all those communities. So the flood where they come years to come, the one we they see now, now nothing compared to those ones.
Yeah.
Because those communities they actually open those communities without proper planning.
System. Yes.
You understand? No proper drainage system, nothing. They will just put payload that just put road, just use this thing, take open road, grade the road, like this. Carry electric pole. First person will bring pole. They will pay. They will pay that one. Go to draw light. You get to see the way people take they enter these communities. You go ask yourself, say, in years to come, how I want to cope with flooding for this community? Because you don't go see gutter anywhere.
No.
And we know say where we from come. There's no way state government go to enter those communities now. They knock gutter, they knock that road, they go. When they do comprehensive drainage system. Then before maybe the community now, where river they very far from the community. Before they can channel that water, go river. So it is I don't understand the way our people they do things.
No,
But when you talk,
on this that you have explained,
yeah,
who do we hold responsible?
The buck stopped on the government's table.
Yes.
There's no way you can exonerate. I'm a supporter of this. I'm a supporter of this government, a very strong supporter of this government. But the government, they are not bigger than they are not perfect. You understand me? The buck stopped on their table. They have to deal with it, and if they don't deal with it, it has to be part of what we use to criticize them. It's just as it is. You understand me? And it's government in power, so you know what it is. Government in power. If mosquito bite person, you need to ask government what happen.
True, so.
You understand? So that's it. There's no way you can sugarcoat, or you can, according to Okpebholo, say there's no government that's popular during rainy season. You understand? Say there's no government that's popular during rainy season. But they forget that time with those ecological funds where you and they bring come with the service their cronies. They forget say those funds now to take work for this day. So now that funds not there again. Government now get to use money, whether they generate from revenue or from allocation, to take do waiting UN. They don't give us free money to take do before. You see the problem.
Yes.
you see, it's just it's as simple as easy as that. So that's it. That is government of the day.
That's eating the future.
Yes. That's this government of the day. They will have to take the blame, because when you assume office, you collect both asset and liability. So that the liability, now one of the liabilities be that Obaseki's administration will have to live with, and they will have to deal decisively with it in this short time, because it's going to be among waiting their opposition will take to tackle them. You understand? So they will need to think how they go take, because before you know, now another 1 week now better rain don't fall again. So they'll get to think of how they do palliative measures to make sure say the effects not too much, the mortar of physical channels more quick, clear those drains and everything. They need to think I'm out now. So that's all I can.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Oyi. Thank you very much. I appreciate how you have broken it down, because a lot of us have forgotten about the ecology fund that was given, foreign aid that was given. Yes, and those things like that are hardly accounted for. Those things, a lot of people do not know why some people did not even know that funds were given.
Yeah.
And now it is flawed, but good. Government should be held, because I think the Obaseki's reaction to it is like ringing a bell to say, okay, they give you money that time, or give you an Oshomole money that time. So go and react to this thing that is happening now. I think nature is still fighting the political campaign process. So go and talk about the palliative. And besides, when he talked about the initial palliative, did he explain what he was going to do, or he was just a blank or a blank statement?
No, I think he explained. It's a post on his Facebook page. I think he just it was a line or so that they're going to channel it. They're going to channel it through the shallow whatever. I think he dropped a line on what they're going to do. You understand me?
Let me. I'm doing a research on it. On his page.
Hello, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I think he just dropped. I think on the Facebook page, yeah. I think he dropped a line on what they're planning to do, and I think by doing that, it will solve. It will be like a temporary solution, to the thing. I said someone put on the comment section, I think on YouTube, that why can't they just finish the water storm project? Yeah, I to me that water storm project, I think is a project that failed. That I still don't believe that project did not fail, because I was in Benin when they started that water storm project. And
was it the project 5 junction project now, the deep one that about the channeling? Was it not that to, I think it was
They
channel
did to Wotubo or something. There was one they dug. There was one
Yeah.
they dug close to Osapama Anomole's office in down the Kenwan Road, that Wotubo area. There was one.
Yes,
they
you
dug.
know the Waterstone project has different phases.
Yes.
You know that 5 junction, the 5 junction, they did that 5 junction, and I think they tried to channel it to the moat, where they did everything. Where you see the moat close to is it Gosa Grammar School? Yeah, they're supposed to
And
be
even that Waterstone project, if they want to continue that Waterstone project, I think they will still have to reassess and reevaluate that loan, because I don't think 30 billion will be enough to really do a Waterstone project for Edo
You know
State.
what? You know what I fear about Nigerian projects, infrastructure. It is not just putting an infrastructure on ground; it's servicing it. That is the problem.
Yes.
Who did the Waterstone project? Where are the contractors? These people should have a contract of a 10-year span. Every year they should know, like every 6 months you have to, because what I like it. When it comes to flooding, debris, sand, and all goes into it. So these companies have to go continuously to clear it. It is simple. It is like having sieve in a pipe or a bottle. Water goes through it. Water is powerful. Water takes a lot of things inside. So if you just do say the water pump project and you go away, I explained earlier. We have Edo State is blessed with its soil. Our soil is solid. That's why rain can fall today, no matter how muddy it is. If you just allow it to be there for 12, 20 hours, it starts becoming a cake. It starts becoming solid. People all of a sudden can fly on it. Because all those water we are seeing today, if you give it 2 weeks, it's gone. People think they evaporate. Half of it will evaporate. Half majority of it will go into the soil. That is the luck we have compared to some states, some other states. So now in those drainages, when you open them, you see a pile of cake, sand, blockages. So those contractors need to go there to steady those projects, to keep the water flowing. All they need is just water to flow. If water goes in there and meets a pile, it will take time before it goes through. Okay, let me explain. Water coming through and they stand blocked. Over time, the water will go through, but it will not go through as fast as it normally goes. So the water will be going gradually. Then over a period of time, or days, hours, let's say 1 week, the water will finally go through. But if these contractors that have done it go to these places, find these locations, major part, remove the sand, maybe during dry season, remove the sand, change the filter. Rainy season, no matter how it falls, it will go, unless there's something somewhere that has overflown. That's the way it is. But government know what their contract, their contract. Yes, sir.
Let me interject a little bit. Yes, I don't hear everything you and who you talk, which is fine. Like you said, he blames 60% for the government, which is true. If the government doing job, this flood of a thing maybe not for last reach like this, or not for it will happen, but not go reach this extent. But this just showed that there's no continuity in even the project that the government do. They just do and they just leave, and these are what they're talking about. That of the government, which is supposed to continue to supervise, continue to enforce the law. They don't do one. We just do one, they just leave and they feel so many people just carry on from there. That is the problem. Government has to they do what they're supposed to do, what they are created for. There is a flood, it take people houses. Yes, I understand it happened for Dubai recently, it happened for some countries recently. Now, what are the emergency measures put on ground? In addition, right now, there's nothing. We are not seeing tankers or drilling machine now in some critical area like that. Now, for the same machine that they don't carry drilling, pumping water machine there to drill out the water. So coming out that you are putting up palliatives just on paper, that does not. You have to say action speak louder than words. As you come back like this, the few areas we know say they're critical, we don't send tankers with a pumping machine to pump out those water out of that place. Leaving this water then that will cause the diarrhea and fever and all that thing again, cause mosquito, rodent, all of that started the grow from there. These are the problem. But anyway, we could ask Park Kennedy in don't day here since saying you live in work, just come out. Hey, Pa, but you did there.
Yes, they here.
Give us your opinion about this flood of a thing and the money we Obaseki they give Obaseki last year. We lost $715 million, and today, now according to the test, there's flood everywhere. But give us your submission.
I'm not very good at this erosion or flood issue, but one thing is what I see, it's very difficult to control erosion in cities like Benin City and in Nigeria generally, except very big cities like maybe Abuja, Lagos, and other cities. Because our brother rightly said, he's giving some percentage to the government and some percentage to the individuals. You see, we have a very big problems. The problem. Let me start from the citizens. You see, these are people that probably because of awareness, they are not aware. They behave. They are very arrogant. They don't obey the laws. They don't obey anything. Imagine somebody having a restaurant or a booker, just pouring everything, the leftover from her sales, pouring into the gutters, and all these things block the flow of water, the flow of erosion and all that. And people don't even care. When you try to caution some of these people, they will ask you if the city belongs to your father or something like that. People, after eating, they dispose this cellophane and PET bottles. They just throw them inside the gutter and all that. Even some people, what the equipment they don't need in their houses, they dispose them, throw them into the gutters. Yeah, it is very difficult for the government to control this kind of situation. And one other thing, the government should not or they should promulgate a law or whatever. Anybody that has a house should tie the compound up to the roadside or the pavement, so that the erosion washes the earth, the sand, right from your compound to the gutters. And if there's a heavy downpour, the gutters are blocked. It is going to be very difficult. Like what we have abroad here, every compound ties the compound up to the pavement, where preventing the erosion from washing the earth or the sand into the gutters. And if we talk about these drainages, I don't actually know. Maybe I'm the one that is mistaken here. I don't actually know if there are drainages in Benin, or are they just gutters. These waters are not channeled to the appropriate quarters. The moat is there. The erosion is not being channeled to the moat. We have rivers. The water they are not being channeled to the waters. I don't know where they are channeling the water to. And this, the water storm project that was I don't know who they awarded to. At the time, the Obaseki government said they were going to probe the water storm project, and after some time we didn't hear anything from there anymore. But there was speculation that the people, the high in the society, were the ones that took the contract, and there was no way they could probe those people. And the probe or the inquiry or the inquest just went down the drain like that. Up to now, we haven't heard anything from them, and the project has been suspended. We don't know the contractors who are handling the project. We don't know how far. We don't know the percentage they have gone about the project and all that. So it's just it's something. Africa is very terrible. We are terrible people. We are very terrible people. So that's what I have to say. The government, both the government and the individuals, we all have our fault. But the government has to do more, because they were elected to direct us. They were elected to pivot the affairs of the state. They should do more. Whoever is supposed to be arrested, people are building houses on canals and all that, and these houses are being the CFO is being given by the government people and the planning, the town planners and all that. So it's a very broad problem. Unless we have somebody that is coming as a governor to take the bull by the horn, we are not going to go anywhere. Thank you very much.
And thank you.
Thank you a lot, sir. That was my. I don't know. Maybe we weren't here when I started the conversation. That was my own submission. I'm not just blaming the people. When I say the people, everybody is part of the people. Just like when they blame the government, we are all a percentage of the government as well, because we support this government. So the government is in place. Some of them are related to us. Some of them are our friends. So when we say government, we try to put government far from us. We put in public, we say the government. At evening functions, we are there with the commissioners and all in Benin Club, dining and whining, or going from one party or greeting each other. We are friends from different functions. So we are all part of it. All I have said is, if I was governor, I used that word before, the line, or when I become governor, you like the stringent laws that are put on ground, people will hate me for it. But these laws are made, yes, to put people on their feet, to make people know what to do. A part just explained everything I said. People building on government pathways, on sewers, you are building on water channeling projects, you are building a house, you are not even thinking of gutter, but you want to build swimming pool inside the compound. That is it. The reason why they say houses are expensive because of certain locations. Yes. But now you go to a location, you don't even want to know if there's gutter anywhere. You just want to build the big structure. So where is all the drainage coming from your house? Where is it going to go? Those are the things. You have said it well. I thank you for supporting me, because nobody, although the former speaker said yes, you have to give it to, because again, these things, okay, let's put it this way. Sometimes there are people some people have seen these things beforehand, and it's only normal that, or it's only funny that people abroad outside Nigeria have seen this ecological issue that's climate change that they sing about. The times are going to get hot. There's going to be flood and sandstorm. There's going to be rain. There's going to be flooding. There's going to be landslides in different parts of the world. The white people prepare for it. There's going to be storm. There's going to be tornadoes. There are ecological areas of their department in science. They make plans for it. They go as far as trying to find out the location. This is why these days these people have gone far. They know if rain is going to fall today, tomorrow, or for the next 5 days. Their weather forecast. They tell us to plan for it. They talk about hailstorm, where ice drop. They make us plan for it. They have told our government that these things are going to happen. And they have even said, take money to try and prevent it. Or even if it comes, you cannot prevent it completely. Try to work on a balanced level where it might not affect you guys to the core. That is it. Our government, they took it the way they want it. These that we are saying, if you put it in front, tell the people that are building houses today, they will say that they go build roads for government, and we go build gutter. People building houses are there's supposed to be a plan in every project. In every project. Okay, two ways. People that build estates, they build drainage system, they build road paths, and they start selling the plot of land. It's not people that build estates. People that do not build estates or do not build in estates and they still have a road plan for the city or the community or the environment, I think the state should have it, because roads are being channeled to access inner terrains. Now, these roads, every road should have a drainage design with at least a 1 yard or 1 meter width and maybe a 3 foot deep, 3 foot depth. Now, anybody that buys land should know that when you are doing your foundation of your house, on the part where you stop, where the government road stops, to the 1 yard or 1.5 yards from where the government road stops, the person building the house should build gutters first before you start, while you are building your foundation. If this is put in house plan, people will, when I build my own, I'll channel it. The next man builds, he channels it. We build, it's just like building fences. Because all the houses now, like I said, from what I see, if you go into a city now, all the houses were left to right, they are fenced, apart from the police station.
But my host, who to blame? Why the government not enforce the law? Why not the government supposed to enforce the law?
But guess what? On that road that you are talking about that I just mentioned, so the former deputy governor used to live there. So which government will enforce the law?
Yeah, but that
the former deputy governor, I'm just saying it, the former deputy governor lived there. The former governor of Edo State had a guest house there.
Yeah, but
the senator of Guinea had their family, the one house there near this thing. So what's the governor? Is Obaseki the only governor?
No, it's not about Obaseki. It's not about Obaseki. It's about the government in general.
Oh, but who is the government now? I'm giving you 3 names.
It's continuity. Government is continuity.
No, I'm not continuity. We are talking about government. I'm telling you somebody that has been governor from 1999. He had in front of that guy's estate, the road linking from Etete to Sapler Road. That's what they have behind the estate. There's always flood. Tomorrow there's flood there.
Yeah.
So if the road to your guest house has flood, what is continuity?
Yeah, yes, that's not part of the government. Anyway, say over the day the flood, say boy the hot well. So don't leave our yes since 1 hour because the follow start. Over the day you did there.
I did here. Good evening.
I beg in 2 minutes. This flood matter where they been, so you reach your family side. If you reach, who you want blame, now government or the people? I beg please give us more submission before we go the rest people.
Okay, for concerning the flood issue, for me, I think I will still agree with what my brother said before. So you have to give the government some percentage and the people some percentage. But the real issue is that what I understand about that flood issue. Now, I'm not talking about the water storm Nineveh, which was done at Shomole time. I want to talk from where Obaseki starts from. You see, when Obaseki came, first, if you are following up, you will know that the first thing they do to secure this erosion problem is drill all the moats in Benin. Before Obaseki came, almost all the moats, just like when you are seeing moat, you will see tree, grass, all. But they create all the moats in Benin. When you see moat, you will see far everywhere, clear. You understand? Then they now see that most of the places, the erosion cannot just go directly to moat. You have to still do drainage. Somebody talked about the drainage that was coming from Usego, Ewotubu area down to 7 Step, which is a river, Kenwan Road. So we call that place 7 Step. If you see that drainage, they connect it to that Ogba River through 7 Step. You understand? So there is other one that is going to bring from the Tetejaro, Abuja Kota area, like the area our host was talking about just now. So when anytime rain fall, you will see that the 7 step is flowing down to Uredu, to Ogba River, cross Ogba River, and that Ogba River, there is a bridge there which lead to most of the community. You understand? Then in that cross. So when the rain fall, you will see that the river will so full. If you go through ITV news, or if you will see most time when they go there, you will full almost all the houses that is close to the river there. Because we also have a family house there, that Ogba community. Full, cover almost all the houses that is close to the river, even going close to, because the community where there's some area that just like heat up, even going close to the heat up. That's why the government now stop the one that is coming from the GROA Aziz area. You understand? That one that is coming from Otobu area, Okpebholo, is working. But the reason why they stop that one, because when the rain fall, the river will overflow. It will even full more than the bridge. You will not even observe that there is a bridge there. So after some times, if the rain too much fall, it will take almost 1 day before the river can go down. You can't see bridge there. All motor boat, one way they come for this side, one way they come for this side, park. You understand? Then they now say, okay, now the one that is going from the GROA Aziz area, okay, let's take it from there to the Rime Etete down to back of Satana Market. That is what they call that community, that Ekai. Then they will not take it to the same Ogba River at front. Maybe if you are going to Koma, Obaseki side, Obage side, that is the road that the drain is supposed to pass. That is the same area that he also was talking about. First of all, where the thief F44, now Pastor Sage said you haven't passed. So many people did not understand what happened. The reason why they stopped that thing. Obaseki said no, this thing must go on, because the foreign country have already said that normally Edo State is a rainforest. Irrespective of, I know Nigeria we always have, but mostly Edo State. So we thank God that God still give us a moat we they call Ija. That is the thing that is even helping us. If not, it will even go even worse more than this. You understand? Now, the thing when they were going close to the earth, the governor said that anybody, even if it is brother, as far as the drainage, that is where it's supposed to pass, go through. If now before the Yamu asked, that was, now we are now in 2020, when Yamu was contesting with Obaseki. What people were saying, because they say because it's contest with you, that's why you want to destroy it. I know that matter. We even move up to Abuja, from Abuja to Royal House. Because if you do it, this year, yeah.
So you talk say is a Yamu has day for waterway.
Yes, now. Yeah, ask everybody now. Everybody want to leave sentiment.
No, yes, we are reading sentiment. These are the things government have to do. These are the things government have to do.
Is there for waterway?
Yeah, okay,
You
hold
understand?
on. I beg, no verse, hold on. These are the things where government will get to enlighten the public on. You know, even though they never fit destroy, which they're supposed to destroy, at least we know they put on air from, let's say since last year. You know, these areas where they water we need to demolish them. Let's assume so they cut. That would be a different case. See Lagos now, they destroy people's houses because they build on waterway from Banana Island to VGC choice areas that they destroy this thing because they're not doing them now. I don't think in the next 3 years Lagos will contain them. But all the same, just thank you. Just wrap up. I want to go to Tukbo.
Okay, okay. Let me just quick round up. You know, not only is there Yamu asked. there are some other top government officials where their house they that waterway through to GRA. Mostly at those states, they try to politicize it. They know nobody wants to. There is few people that is well educated, just like the first speaker, Mr. Uyi said. He said it all. You understand? When government to step on toes, they go say, see the one we do now. Okay, say community. This one land will be say a dey shallow area. Make una no build house for this place, which is Amagba. I believe they took the government to court. I believe that case is in the court now because they sold all those land to people. And if you go to that area and you bring it for na problem. Okay, see start from the one wey take destroy Tony Kabaka Hotel. Everybody knows say part of that hotel now for that school, government school, but they are using it to say, hey, destroy people house. You know, the lastly, that's where Obaseki now come with a 30 years master plan that he launched recently. Because he now see that if you want to correct this mistake has already been made, and it's more, if you want to correct this mistake, it will be more problem than just creating.
Really, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Obvious. 1 minute down. Just round up. 1 minute down. We must cut you off. I mean, just round up so we could go in that person.
No problem. That is the reason of that 30 years master plan. Let's start the new one. We want to start now. The new picture. Let's start this master plan. Suppose know where it's supposed to be. Suppose know where erosion supposed to pass. That is the reason why for that 30 years master plan.
I agree with you. That would make sense. Thank you so much. Before I go to Tukbo, I beg, nowadays YouTube, Bokona, click thumbs up and Bokona share them. Our Facebook take down because I don't know gonna attack, they restrict us, but I communicate with them. Twitter, Bokona repost, like, and follow us. Instagram, Bokona follow us, comment and share. I beg, I beg una, Bokona share this program so that make people can see them because we wanted the hot topic. Tukbo, I beg you did there. Tukbo, you bring your hands up saying say you want to talk. You did there. If you not did there, we want go Koko. Koko, you did there. Mr. Koko.
Yeah, Tukbo is here. Sorry.
Are they here?
Okay, hey. Okay, Koko, hold on. I beg. Tukbo, I beg. This a flood matter. You say you want to talk. This flood matter. Talk as you see them. Whether na Obaseki to blame or na the people or na both of them.
Or the problem. He get what he want ask. Who will not ask any question? Tell us why you
okay. Well, I was listening to the conversation and it beats my imagination to believe that as exposed as we are and educated, we'll come to live broadcasts and tell ourselves that some part of the blame is to the people and some part of the blame is to government. It makes me wonder, is it because we want to try to support a government then we start taking blame of natural disaster or a failed system? The truth is that government is in charge of environmental planning. Government plans environment. So there's no way in this world that you say the people are to take blame for a flood in front of their house. That is an insult to humanity. The government is the town planner. Government draws up a plan. That's why you see in Lagos now they tell you that they are breaking houses. Breaking full houses because they tell you it's on a waterway for erosion control. So why should somebody tell me that I am to blame? I should even take 1% blame that erosion has ravaged the society. That is wickedness. That is hypocrisy. That is the truth. And to come and even say that you want to blame a government that is, you say you are blaming the previous government, which is 8 years ago, for an erosion that happened here. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. So for you to say you want to blame a government
of 8 years ago for an erosion that happened yesterday, for which over 8 seasons of rains have come down. It now begins to wonder what kind of politics are we. Let us just close this whole political discussion and let's accept whatever we see. Because if we are not even able to just come to the reality to know that 8 years is enough to do a drainage from the beginning of Nigeria to the end, why will you be telling me that you want to blame one past government? We should also as well blame Ogbemudia for not completing the original plan. You know, so
Okay. Before you go further, I want to ask questions as you go further. Right? No, please, don't disrespect. Okay.
No disrespect.
No. I want to ask: Is there a project that is unfinished that is causing this drainage problem, the flooding? Is there a problem that is unfinished? Like, let's say, is there we use the water storm project? Did they finish the water storm project, or were they supposed to continue it? Or how far is the storm project? How far has it gone to become completed? Give us an update about or any information you have on the water storm project.
And please, people should stop trying to play sentiment. I can just wrap up this conversation. All those that should not talk down on people. I've not talked down on anybody. I'm just only.
Who said you're talking down on people?
Please, let's not start all this kind of don't talk down, talk down. I don't
worry about
you are looking at side talk. You know, forget about comments. Everybody have comments that they want to say. You have the
telling somebody you're talking down on people.
Forget about what is written.
Why should somebody tell me to take blame for what I know nothing about?
Don't tell us, please, don't digress. You have a question, I'm giving you a question.
Okay, you are a matured man. Leave that comment alone.
Exactly. Tell us what you have come now.
Okay. Now back to you. Because I'm trying to capture every discussion so that we can be on the same page. Now, I know that there was a plan from the previous administration, which is the water storm project. And in that water storm project, the previous speaker tried to describe the channels, as how it was supposed to go, the underground and everything. It was actually not completed. That's why they say government is a continuum. But a majority of it was actually done, which we can attest to that. 5 Junction, which usually used to be flooded, is no longer flooded. Siloko Road to Channel 55, all those sides is no longer flooded. Some part of Uwelu is no longer flooded, but I think they have not completed it. The one that takes the water from Okoro down or permission out to the river is also working properly. We have the one at Second Junction, which was connected to the moat. Most of these drainages, like what the speaker said, was actually connected to the moat. But now you should understand that if you abandon a moat, whether you connect it or you do it properly, if you abandon it for 7 years, there's no way you can get water to pass it. So there's definitely a need for constant maintenance. Because if you look at the first time His Excellency Obaseki came into office, he did kind of like maintenance on the already existing drainage system done by Ogbemudia along all those maybe how should I put it now, from Igbesawa side. There are some drainages that you see those iron cap on top of them, those ones that connect CBN and all those areas to Ring Road. They had to do some underground maintenance by removing a whole lot of sand from it. So that is how government works. So if you have those already existing drainage, even if it's not completed, at least there's already link taking it to the river. Now, there's already he spoke about something about the river overflowing. River will normally overflow because if you constantly throw water that is bringing sand into the river and you refuse to dredge it and do reclamation, it will overflow. Nothing is rocket science now. If even the foreign country we stay in, if they don't maintain what they are maintaining, the city will be overrun by river. So you can't tell me 8 years. 8 years. 8 years is a long time. You must continually do maintenance. So, but let me not go into that. Now I'm going to where the water storm project was supposed to continue. His Excellency, I think Obaseki thought it wise that, okay, let them do some quick short-term or maybe more advanced way that you can get these buckets of kind of like canals that you can connect drainages to, and it has a way of going down. It goes up when there's rain, and it can go all the way into the ground by itself when there's no rain. I think that is what it was using along Dumaze Road area, GR, some part of the GRA. They created a whole lot of those buckets, and those buckets are what has overflown now. So before people start getting confused, they should first check what is happening. Those major channel buckets that were created, I don't know what they call it. Maybe when we get somebody who is into the environmental planning or construction can really explain it. But I know most of us have seen it. I know there's one behind my house at Ubodata, very big. There's also one under the power line, same at Trinity Way near BIU. That one overflow. That one was the major bucket to take all the existing ones. That one seriously caused damage in this last rain that fell. It took all the houses in that area, and we even heard that there, maybe on speculations, maybe people lost their life. But it is not that it was a bad idea to start to do those things, but if you don't maintain it, because prior to every rainy season, there's a need for you to go into it with the construction companies to clear out the sand. Most of our Edo area is still earth road, so when this rain washes sand into it, it becomes full. So this rain did not happen yesterday, day before yesterday, or last year or last 2 years. It only means that rain has been falling, these things have been able to hold. But for now, maybe lack of maintenance has led for it not to hold again, and more houses are coming up. So there's still need for the government to constantly tackle it. But if we want to now justify the good of the previous administration, if there was an overflow at 5 Junction, at maybe Textile Mill Road, at some major locations where we know that water used to be a problem, especially 5 Junction, then we can be blaming the previous administration. But in this one, most of the contracts that were done was, most of the overflow we are seeing now is from these newly constructed channels. But I don't know what is happening. The governor, I won't blame His Excellency Governor Obaseki, because I believe there are contractors who are supposed to be managing it. But where the onus lies is on top of the table of the government. So my own concern is that nobody should tell me I'm to blame, that my house has been overrun by flood. No, it's a lie. You cannot be blamed. You can support a candidate. Don't turn us to something else.
Okay. So yes, I understand your point. Understand your point very well. Which you have explained, which is not far from what every other person has explained. But because I haven't asked, I said, where are the contractors? Where are the contractors? The same contractors that did this water storm project.
But well, the thing is this: I don't think it's completed, because if it is completed, it should work properly, and if maintenance is done. But I know there's still a whole lot of work to be done. But if there's constant maintenance, and maybe the what they call it, those moats, because the moat has already served as a channel for controlling water right now, so there's no need for us to try to bend it. It was part of it. The moat is actually collecting all those water around second and
it's a major point. Yes.
So
that one around the measure of book cannot be connected to the moat. They have to be channeled.
Exactly.
So those ones are not channeled.
Those buckets.
Those buckets are not channeled anyway. It's just
They are channeled. They are linked to each other underground. There's a way.
Really?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
If they are linked on that as well, that means maintenance needs to be done, because those drainages can be blocked.
What I'm saying. Because the way it was explained by us at that time, I'm not into this civil environmental construction, but I know they said that it is like one will overflow and the other one will collect from it. It's just balancing until it can just go down. It happens. Most of these small communities abroad, they use it because they can't just find the river. It's too far, so they just do kind of like a well. The under is normal rocks, so the water can flow down in. But if there's so much sand going inside, definitely that depth that you're expecting will no longer be there. So, but it will require a whole lot of maintenance, excavation steadily.
Let me ask something. I understand your point.
It's painful. It's painful because my friend just spoke to me today. He's a well-notable person that you know, but I don't want to mention his name. His house around that area, he said the full down was consumed by water. His cars were floating, you know, and it was his house is just opposite that one of those ones at that power line area. So he was very excited as at the time the thing was built, because then it was really controlling the water around that area. So we don't know what to say. We just need government to focus more on governance. You know, if the government focus on governance, I think they will not overlook such things, because when somebody loses life to such flood, we would want to start seeing sentiments. People start talking, and some are start trying making it political. It's not supposed to be political. Edo belongs to all of us. You know, what is good for the good is good for the gander.
The responsibility lies on all of us, because the part that I'm trying to ask.
Yeah. One thing is this: responsibility lies on us.
Yes, government can have the bulk, like Mr. Uyi said, the bulk rest on the governor's table. Yes, and these are projects that have been on ground since that probably they did not sit up to follow, because they believe the makeshift or however they have gone with the project, they think it's going to sustain itself for a period of time before completion.
Most times, I believe is that the contractors, you know, like if you look at the case that happened with the coastal road, you can imagine what has happened now that they just finally discovered that fiber optic cable connecting 36 countries is just along the road there. You know, you probably did not do due diligence. So you are putting I would say, I won't exonerate the government, but you are indirectly putting the government in a bad shape, because the government might probably have trusted you for the what they call it, presentation you made, that I could control water, I could do this, I could do that. At the end of the day, they say, okay, let us give you the contract, and then it becomes an issue. Then the government is trying to rearrange himself again to get a better contractor. So, but then, like I said, I will not exonerate the government, because if due diligence is followed, people really bid for these contracts, showing that they can really do it. Maybe it will not. This kind of thing will not happen, because to me, I just believe the contractors that might have handled it were not really experienced. We know Netherlands is sitting on water; it's never overflows, so it's not. There's no rain that wants to fall in Edo now that we cannot really curtail, especially where we have hill and slope, which means you can easily redirect water. There's Ogba River. There's different rivers. So, and when you are connecting drainages to river, you should know that you must continually dredge that river, dredging constantly, opening the waterways. Look at the Boba River now. Boba River is like a pathway. It's like a gutter right now. No maintenance. It's supposed to be wide, open, dredged properly, so that when the rainy season is approaching, you know that water is going to come here and it can carry it. So I think we need to sit up. I think government need to really get the ministries to work. That's just it. These ministries are just there doing nothing. Ministry for Environment and the rest.
I've given us a submission. Yes, it is.
But what I don't want is let nobody play politics with it. There's no need for it.
No, we play politics
government of today or the government of it has to do with bad
who is playing politics with it? Nobody is playing politics. We are talking about a real life scenario. We are talking about a real life scenario here.
Yes, people have lost millions.
Yes, people losing millions. People losing millions, yes.
Doing it.
We know that, and we are not happy about it. That's why
we blame government when government is failing. The federal government has failed in its own duties to get us a coastal road, and all. We know it. They failed in their duties. When it comes to the state, you don't come and blame me that built a house, paid my taxes, and say.
Yeah, but we blame you. We will blame you if you litter and block sewages.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. They say those guys driving keke around those places, they normally go to those places to defecate. You know, but yeah, I don't think.
Defecating is good. When I started the program, I used one example.
Yeah.
Polythene bags, nylon bags, they don't decay. I will drink pure water every day. The amount of pure water drank a day, where are the remains deposited?
Okay. Anyway, that is my submission. I know Lagos State just prohibited the use of polyethylene containers just to preserve their water. So government needs to be proactive when it comes to all these things. That's all. But let me leave the floor for some other people for now. Maybe
yes. Thank you for your submission. I appreciate it. But
yeah.
There's not a one-sided blame. Everybody should be accountable for it. There are food drainages. Yes, we have to make sure the contractors are in place to follow up. We have to make sure the governor breaks the power down so that he cannot be the only person making decisions for every ministry or every commission. Now it goes down to the bottom part. It's like a plumber coming to a house. Say my oga, and they say my toilet is blocked, and the plumber goes in and brings out 200 used condoms. Then who are we going to blame? The landlord of the house that built the house, or the people that have been flushing condoms down the drain? So we have to say it as it is. We have to say it as it is. Government responsible, yes. But government have put a drainage system. So we have to follow up that how regular do these drainage systems, or how regular are they maintained? Now for the people, where do you put these refuse? How do you dispose of it? Those people have to be held accountable. So if they don't, everybody, when there's accountability, then everybody, now people are losing property, people are losing life. I think we are not going to end up here.
My host, now with the whole people accountable, try to hold people accountable. Who want hold accountable for Senator Okpebholo's speech? Say we are lacking animals.
Well, I was about to move to the next topic of the day. I just started from the base on under. Okay. If you want us to go into that topic, the politics campaign to Maryland, USA. First, in our last episode, I said I was not a fan of politicians taking campaign to churches, or politicians taking campaign to diaspora. Because this diaspora watch is for some people to clap here and there. Nigerians, and they'll eat jollof rice at the end of the day and a few bottles of alcohol. And everybody go home. Today is a holiday. So they had parties over the weekend. There were parties everywhere because there was this graduation period. So people party, then tomorrow they go back to work. Some of them will not even remember that the guy came. Some of them will not go to vote. Some of them might not make any submission on his visit. So I don't think he has spoken to anybody. So for me, going anywhere out of your state to campaign does not make any. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm speaking for myself. It's way under the water. Then secondly, they said the statement was made just like what you're reminding me of. Honestly, I've tried so much to avoid the video. I've seen videos, too many criticism here and there. I've not watched it, so I don't have my own submission on it yet. But it has been a topic for everybody. That's why I'm laughing. Mr. My co-host, what did he say? Have you seen the video?
Yes, I watched the video. He didn't Maryland, they give speech.
Yes.
They tell people, say in agenda, it's a SMO, simple agenda. S stand for, how do I say that? S stand for something senator, something whatever the O stand for,
Monday.
eh?
SMO like Senator Monday Paulo. That's his slogan.
Yeah,
That's
a
initial.
slogan, yeah.
Uh,
But it give the meaning of,
okay.
break them down, they find the waiting they mean, but I'm not sure remember now, which was okay. So after that, then people clap and say, think shade that they say now they talk, now say they talk, now they give high submission, which was okay. Then people start they ask questions, put question true, say man, what is the plan for Edo, or just every plan, every quick normal question. Like guy gets off, start they talk, they talk, say man, you understand why basically they built a museum. Say the museum where they been before, there's no animals in the museum. I listen once, and I listen
I'm not
twice.
laughing. I'm not laughing.
I get to hold on. What's going on here? There's no animals in the museum, or there's no workers in the museum, or there's no artifacts in the museum. Is it that he misspoke, or he gaffed, or what? But he can just keep repeating it and repeating it. I didn't feel that sorry for him. I felt sorry for the people that could not correct him there. It's a town hall meeting. Somebody could just say, artifact, and the guy, the guy is talking sense, and you might just get missed off. What you remember that time we did classroom for exam? Sometimes so simple spelling will just skip you, But if we talk about, so it happen like that. But if we talk about graph, our own we will get to equate them to balance them. We not go dey first, so we start they jump on and start they dissect them. But as one make same statement saying go work 29 hours of the day, I be high talk count. Then there's 9 weeks
Yeah.
of 27 hours of
27,
the day.
yes. And
Yeah, and
27
people,
hours of the day for 9 hours of
eh,
the week.
and people came out to defend us. Well, like, no, that not terms, that not this. That means he overwork. Like I said before, in olden days, when the people speak, politicians will go to the podium to defend what people say. But this day, the politician will go to the podium and speak, and the people will go to media start defending them. It's funny. Now, people don't come out now, they put for media, say, yes, actually, they see stuffed animal from museum, there are animals in museum, that the guy didn't misspoke.
What does it mean by artifacts? Because what does it mean like animals in the zoo?
There's no animal in the museum. So I was wondering which of the animals, is it tiger than lions or which? But people came out on dictionary on Google showing us that you can actually find animal in the museum. That the only problem that is the context which he puts it. So which context again? You know? But it's funny how those politicians they gaff. But I forgot like really, 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 really ask Osa before we go to Tukbo, then we'll read the day. Because Osa never talk sense. I want just hear him. Let him be lawyer. I want to see whether any legal implications this matter way he talk. Then if not, then we'll go Tukbo. Osa, you did there?
Which one be legal matter for museum matter again? I'm
Yes,
not an
now
historian. Maybe we need an
one other
historian to tell us
no, it's not by
if
historian now, but he gives submission saying man, there's animal in the museum because people can sue for that statement. Is
why
it
would you
true?
sue for that statement? Is what he thinks. If the man says there's an animal should be in the museum, then it's all is fair and good. But I think animals are found in the zoo, but I don't know animals in museum. Perhaps he has his own thought process and why he said that. I'm not in his mind, so I would let that. I'll
Uh,
yield the floor
Wait,
to maybe.
wait,
Yeah, go
are
ahead.
you,
Mhm.
if you see me compare between teen talk and Aswen talk, which one are they worst?
Compare with waiting in talk. Well,
Yeah, Aswen,
a man that
hmm.
says we've discussed Asway zone. I don't know why we bring and come back, but let me just we've discussed it here, and we all know that it was some sort of exaggeration. Like I go walk till I die. That was very clear, and in the context of what he was, the way he said it, and the statement was making. That was very clear. I know people will say we were making excuses for someone, but when you listen to both of them, you can easily tell now which person don't know how many hours they one day, which person don't know how many days they the week. So those ones now just except we want just make case where case not there. But so when someone says animal in museum, that's why I said perhaps he know now he know why he talk like that. I'm not in his mind. Maybe it was just exaggerating as well. Who knows?
But
But
okay, wait. If you say this guy was exaggerating how you choose the word, I'm not going to exaggerate my teeth because the people now what's what they talk now. They see animal for museum, they exaggerate. They really shape person head now. But
go ahead.
Okpebholo not still they wrong now because people don't prove am for zoo go say they see dry animals for zoo
Dry
for zoo
animals
for
when you say
museum.
dry animal and live animal not be the same thing, you know. You can see
Yes,
perhaps
but
carcass of
animal.
no, how you say dry animal?
Excuse me,
Animal no be
who said dry animal? I tried to listen to the sorry guys, I tried to listen to the video just now. Although it was not audible enough for me, I'm listening. But he was talking about something about healthcare. He's talking about healthcare.
no. I was talking about I think it was the healthcare and they were saying that Obaseki destroy something. I can't really remember how he
Yes,
said it.
try something and how can he have more feelings for human beings, for animals instead of human beings.
Exactly. So
Because keep animals in the zoo, in the
the
zoo.
in
The
museum
one- the one can-
and
uh,
there's no animal in the museum. So when you look at the context, everything like I always say, always look at the context in which certain things are said. Then you will understand the spirit behind it. From what Junior just they talk now, the lion waiting. Tedo don't talk before. He went on and made emphasized on animals in the museum. I understand that there are
because
some museums.
even the audience laughed at it. Because I thought maybe it was maybe probably he was making a joke, but his expression because I was listening to you and trying to attend to it. His expression he was serious on his expression when he made the statement. The audience laughed. Everybody laughed, as in maybe like he was cracking a joke. But
Perhaps it was.
perhaps so if he was cracking a joke, but regardless, people that have seen more of the video or more of the clip, this is just an excerpt from the whole thing. People have seen watched the full video. Do they have any? What was he talking about? Because I remember some part of it said healthcare. He said something healthcare, but he wasn't too audible from what I was listening.
Yeah, the guy talk about there is some better concerns. Say our hospital where they built small billion, obviously give on to consultant. That if you assess your hospital, permanent will assess them, which is not good. And it talks some other few uh, areas. But that of the animal in the museum, can we say we don't really know Modokpero expression? Because Modokpero expression it can be best described as its name, Modokpero. It's just his face. Nobody know when he's sad or when he's smiling, when he's angry or when he's joking. So how can we not say put an expression to what he said to say maybe it was serious? But the serious issue is that our politicians keep gaffing, and we go to social media to defend them.
No, it's not by defending them. I want to believe. You see, okay, let's. I'm not using him alone as a case study here because when I listened, and then although the video didn't start, so I didn't watch the full clip, but I watched a part of it. Probably the part they want to use against him. For the congregation or for the audience to laugh when he mentioned it, it should mean he was probably trying to make a figure of speech. And we know when these people make figure of speech, we try to use it against them. Just like saying using the figure of speech. Yes, any kind of figure of speech. It sounds elaborate, or to a normal person it might sound not normal to use a figure of speech, but depends on the context of the statement. That is what I'm saying. He was probably talking about something. There was a topic he was deliberating on when he used the zoo, not the animals and zoo. So let us just go into saying he said the animals in the zoo. Or maybe the workers, people working in the zoo or in the museum. Sorry, I'm confusing it. People working in the museum, maybe he's saying they are treating them unfairly because maybe the current government is not taking care of them well, so it's treating them as animals in the museum. I'm just trying to make sense out of it. I not every time we condemn everybody. I try to make sense out of anything that I will listen again.
My host, the statement is more confusing than if you want to explain. But Muku asked for waiting over the day, because Ingo actually feel break and that can you what would that be close party? You did there? You did there?
I did.
I bet just tell us
I
what
did.
you say you hear from Okpebholo. He did joke about he make mistake or he know nothing to talk about. I mean, he not go school. Which one decided three?
For me, the issue is that I'm not surprised. You understand that Mother people will make that statement because not be today start. You understand? The same person I talk, they say I change the narration instead of narrative. The same person I see talk say they are just doing a small work instead of palliative work. And the same person say we have to use leg to cross. So many like that. You understand? To even to come to the school of 18 he himself already agree say he no go school because he say in the education school wey he go he no pay. So me I no see anywhere for Nigeria where person go go school wey he no dey pay, wey he no dey under scholarship.
Maybe they talk
So,
about Ali free or either Ali free education or
free
Awolowo free.
the Ali free education was not up to university.
Okay,
You
that means talking
understand?
about
So,
Awolowo now. That means the Methuselah. If you
But
go out, if you
so that was
where did they? This is where they're talking. Oh, you know they're there.
where did they talk? Maybe next one. Where did
I dey
they? You
hear
see they
you. I
there?
know they talk.
I mean,
Yes, I dey hear you.
why you get all the things, the senator, all the things, all the errors when you make, you have them listed. Why you
Yes.
don't? Why you,
Yes, I have all because let me tell you something. You know, you can fool. Bob Marley said you can fool some people sometimes, but you cannot fool everybody. You understand all the time. You understand? We are trying to use that. For me, if you see the people that was in around the town hall meeting, that was with him, the state chairman, EJ Agboima. The only person I am so surprised there that is standing and fronting this mess is Pastor Sergei Zeyamu. Because the state chairman, everybody know that one. Whether he goes school or is at least speaking girl, you know, sabi, most of them don't know. Like the EJ Agboima, everybody know. Say EJ Agboima no sabi express himself. Everybody see am wey Rufai disgrace am for Arise TV. They ask you say what is the GDP of Edo State? You no fit explain. That one na for that. For the Okpebholo, that statement wey make say there is no animal in the museum. Me, I'm not surprised. I don't know why people just dey take am as one kind big deal because e don make so many mistakes wey pass that one. If you, according to you say people laugh over it. Yes, there was a video that supposed to release yesterday. When after the town hall meeting, somebody was saying that this man fuck up now. Wow. So at the radio they talk, say no sabi talk now. So they were supposed to release that video yesterday because the person that made that statement said that he's not a politician because the face show for the video say he don't want me anybody involved in politics. That's why that video paused. That's for me to tell you now, say they laugh when they laugh. Now that is the use of more can. You understand? The only thing that surprised me there is the pastor Sagi is very that stand up that say the first star hospital Oshomo they build. The first star hospital when you come out on here say Oshomo they build empty hospital where equipment not easy they go borrow equipment. You pastor Sagi say maybe very soon that video will come out because it's on the social media and ITB or everywhere. Then you are not calling it a five-star house. That was the only thing that surprised me there. Not to Okpebholo. Now, who never know the thing or person where you see they devil according to someone, they say, when pig don't rub yourself for month, you go to follow and they rub, then you want to stay too. Now I go the wonder for that one. Me, I know that one not surprised because I don't know him. You understand? So that's my submission be that.
Thank you. Well, I would like to make Tukbo, I bet you did it. Tukbo. Tukbo no one defend it party again. But good to hear from you. But somebody just joined us now. Mr. John, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening. Where are you joining us from? Is it your first time joining us?
Yeah, it's my first time joining.
Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from Dublin Island.
All right. Thank you. Can you give us a summation about this Okpebholo statement in Maryland, USA, about animals in museum? What's your take about it?
I'm just not to be honest. I think that man they need to coach him.
Really?
Yeah, which says that he wants to be a governor. He did not know the difference between museum and Zoom. It's a shameful thing for someone who wants to represent Edo State. You know, speaking in United States of America, you know, people were there and no one, even the Iyamu and the party chairman, they should have lectured him. And if he can't answer questions, he would have asked other people to answer the question like his father, Tinubu. It was a big disgrace to Edo State. And ever I quite listening to what the other person was talking. Iyamu, I am ashamed of him. And sorry to use that word, I'm ashamed as a pastor. A pastor should come up and start lying publicly. I'm just ashamed of him. He said that governor.
What do you expect? They are politicians. They have no shame.
Wait, I'm coming, sir. A politician. You can't. If you remember, he called himself a pastor, and he said he's a pastor that he always use scripture. And thank God he quoted the Bible. As a Christian, you have to say the truth. Even if you are what you are expecting for the governor, I did not deliver. You can't come up openly and tell people that governor did not do anything. If it's just one road, governor have tied for the 8 years. Appreciate governor for tying one road for 8 years. Then you say, well, he have done something, but it is not enough for you to come up as a, you know, I was just weeping when I listened to him. Why will a pastor, he called himself a pastor, coming up, came out and start lying, all because of money? And another one I will also encourage him with, they should try as much as possible to remove palace from politics. It's getting too much. Bringing in palace during politics, it is immaterial. It is not necessary. The Obal of Benin should caution the politicians not to use his palace to play politics. It's a big disgrace. That is just the only thing I want to say about the what's so called Okpebholo statement and Yam in the US.
Yeah, Mr. George, thank you for coming to the. Is it your first time? Is it your first time on the program?
It's my first time, please.
Your first time. Thank you very much for joining in. We are a household household name for Edo people. Yes, the floor is always open anytime you want to come. We do it Mondays, this 8 p.m. Nigerian time, Friday 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Please go to the social media, go to YouTube. I get you connected from YouTube. You can go to YouTube or Facebook and subscribe so you get reports. And we discuss matters here on bias ways. You say it as you feel, you say it as you want it. But I want to ask a question. Um, um, going forward as it is, some people, everybody cannot be on the same, everybody cannot be on the same channel. Yes, the governor has done what the governor has done. We cannot change, and he'll be leaving soon. So a lot of people want to make blame, a lot of people want to praise, but we have come to the part where the governor's assessment should be the governor's assessment. We should not take it going forward. And I see that you have praised, you have said doing one road is enough, or doing one road should be, we should applaud the governor for doing one road. The governor will still be should be held accountable for his actions. Mr. Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. So whenever what we do on the program, when we see what is good, we say it is good. That's the way I try to portray my host. We try to say when it's good, we say it is good. If it's bad, it is bad. But I don't like to criticize too much. I don't like to criticize so much. Again, do you know the pastor and the governor, they are friends? So when we come out sometimes to tell say this or that, these people they are in the same circle. I think they are playing the game of what the game they are playing, and it is left for us to unite ourselves and know what the next plan should be for our state. Because that's how we are in Dublin. Well, most of us are in diaspora, whereas this is a way to unite us. We are coming together and say how it is we want for our state. But I want to ask now, how do you rate Edo State government? Be very honest. Forget about building one road or the government as it is now. Edo State government leaving, also Governor Obaseki leaving the seat. How do you rate it? Could he have done more, or you think he has overdone? Please give us short 2 minutes answer.
Depends on what you want me to hear. For me, I think the governor have done well. It is not about now. We are talking of tomorrow. The problem we have in Nigeria, we just want now. We are not thinking about tomorrow. That is for me. For as today, people in the Benin, they are looking for share money for us, not thinking about their children, the future of their children. As for me, the governor have done well.
Okay, that's good. That's a simple one. Okay, thank you very much.
Anyway, sorry, I'm not a PDP member. I'm not a PC member. I'm not a Labour.
Labour. You are just a concerned Edo citizen. Regardless, we have a caller. Mr. John, I'll get back to you with a question too. I have a question on that. But we have a caller with us.
The common man.
Caller, are you there?
The common man.
Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling from, and give us your submission on what we are on the discussion on ground.
Hello, good evening. Let me use my local pidgin.
Good.
At least that one will be fine for me.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Adela. My name
is I call from Italy. From Germany.
Okay, Tony from Germany. Okay, my brother.
Sometimes I just look at these politicians, I'll just laugh. So, for example, if everybody blind eye now, somebody will allow what it be in a Monday to become governor of Edo State. To do what now? To lead us to the right way or to the wrong way? But I don't just understand the kind of how people will still come out to defend this same person. I don't understand. I say governance not be all about English, but at least sometimes you need to be outspoken. You need to address the people. How be this one when he go there, go disgrace himself, or in the name of, no, now wow, I don't understand, sir. I'm just so ashamed of that guy. And secondly, sorry, the other man called himself pastor because I did respect him before, but ever since yesterday, I watched this guy begin the. Now, be this same person when they condemn Shomole about that hospital when the Shomole built. But now, he's here. See the way they hype the hospital, 5-star, in short. Brother, well, sure, I'm very happy for the kind of job.
Mr. Tony, you watched the full video. Mr. Tony, did you watch the full video?
I watched it, but I was ashamed of myself. I was just ashamed. I watched everything from
Really?
starting to the end.
I don't know why I didn't watch it. I've seen it, but I've not settled down. I've not had time to focus on it. I'll probably watch it after.
No, I watched it because was it not Sunday? Was it the video was of Saturday or Sunday or something like that? But I watched it. Maybe I did not watch it live, but I watched after I came back from work. I watched the replay, something like that. So that was just it. Well, thank you guys very much. I just pray God to help everybody in that Edo State because me, even if they dash me that man for free, I will never ever in my life vote for him. Thank you very much.
Well, I'll say thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Tony. You're a great guy. You have given us, I'm not saying you're a great guy because you're a great guy for calling in and you have given us a solution. And I am not happy. I am not happy that at any given time, the people are condemning candidates. No, I don't see because a man probably is not eloquent or is not. I wouldn't judge him by that. English is not our language, although yes, English can be a form to interact, to communicate. Even Chinese people or Indians, if they want to do business, if they want to attract investors, they need an interpreter who will always have someone that will speak the grammar for them to communicate. But it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry, my host, my Tukbo is back now. His
Yes,
hand
I
is
know
up.
Tupo is back. I've seen his hand. He said he's sorry that no. But maybe let's go from Tupo first. Tupo, what do you have to? My host has something for you. Host, Tupo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, host. Tell me, it wasn't me that called you. It was my host.
Yes, Tukbo,
Yes.
can you, if you break down this statement when they cause uproar for the social media by the candidate of APC, we go Maryland, USA, go talk say, there's no animal in the museum. Do you see as a political gaffe or a joke, or the guy is not just up to not where the form is not up to date? I don't want to say not go school to make such statement. Which one of the three you think they happen?
Well, you see, maybe everybody will have their interpretation towards what the man said, but there's something we will not take away from reality is that the person of Mr. or Senator Monday Okpebholo definitely knows a museum and also knows a zoo. So it is now whatever context we want to say he said what he said that now matters. But because if you put me into a discussion and say Monday doesn't know a zoo and Monday you cannot differentiate between a zoo and a museum, it will make the discussion more like caricature, because every layman knows the difference between a zoo and a museum. You understand? So, especially someone who it didn't just fall from sky. He has been in the business terrain and in
Mr.
Abuja.
Tupo, yes. Mr. Tupo,
Just
sorry
let
to
me finish.
interject.
Just let me finish. You cannot
Okay.
speak
Okay, sorry.
what I'm
Apologies.
speaking
Apologies.
now.
Apologies.
So whatever contest he has used to say it is now left to be decided. Now it is normal that people are going to definitely have their opinions, because even if we will still remember people talking about a world different from bad and blue, but when you go into the interrogate the statement properly, you understand that the context by which the person meant it was trying to laugh at the town hall, which is not functioning. So in this case, I can clearly tell you that from my own understanding, maybe probably he was trying to describe the fact that the current museum, which has been ravaged by bush, has almost come turned to a zoo. So it could just be trying to drag the government uh, to the mud. So that's what I think. I cannot now tell myself and say he doesn't know the difference between zoo. So that's what I think. But I've not really watched the video. I'm only seeing videos that are edited, and so I cannot place the contest. I was not in Maryland, but definitely I can assure you that he knows the difference between a zoo and museum. I'm probably just trying to say the bush that has overrun the museum is probably making it now look more like a zoo.
Thank you very much. See what the question I wanted to ask? Before you go into explaining anything, I wanted to ask, Mr. Tupo, have you seen the video? Because I asked the caller that called, Mr. Tony called from Italy, or from Germany, sorry. I asked Mr. Tony, did you watch everything? He said yes. I am not speaking about it because I have not understood it. The little clip was just an excerpt that I saw, and it was a clip. It might be edited. So I said I haven't. That was why I wanted to ask you before you gave us a. Because I cannot be asking someone that has not watched the video to explain to us what a man has said. A man should stand for what he has said. First, the man should, or his PA or his people that he was with. But what I want to say is, for those that have seen the video, what was he talking about? Because from the before he gets to the part where he says something about animals or museum, he was talking about health care.
Yeah, can I come in because I've seen the video?
Good. So I need someone to state as the person thinks.
Yeah, can I come in? Yeah.
Proceed, my brother. Or Tupo, are you done?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Tupo, are you done? Have you given us some?
No.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I know
Mr. Wee,
you wanted to speak, so I wanted to yield for him to speak. No, because like I've not really taken time to watch the interview because I hardly watch clips. I would prefer to watch the full interview so I will understand where he was coming from and how he got there. AI, artificial intelligence, can edit anything these days, but though I've seen something, but like I just explained, he might just be trying to throw, sarcasm, just kind of like tell you why the museum has become like it cannot be differentiated from a zoo. So but anyway, like I clearly stated, he definitely knows a zoo and a museum.
Okay, can I speak now, please?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I'm very happy Tupo said you have not seen the video, so I will cut him the slack for now, because it will be very, very surprising that as educated as we are, we would want to defend that indefensible clip, because it's not just about, I don't even care if it's talking about animals in the museum or animals in the bush. You need to, it was asked a question about healthcare. What is it going to do different from what the current administration have done about healthcare? So using museum, zoo, animal for that to answer that, it's not even about the answer, it's line of thought. I'm not that eloquent, so I cannot start bashing a man for not being eloquent. If we even look at it, for all the politicians I know that are very very eloquent, people say Oshomole. If Oshomole speaks bad English at times, it does not mean that he cannot put across what he wants, the message is conveying. You understand me? One of the characteristics of a good leader is being able to communicate and pass a message. When I listen to that clip, I have not listened all the time. They've said even when he went to he stood in he was doing Modi Podo. I did not even listen to what he said. People have been talking about the way he does. He's not eloquent. He cannot speak. I don't care about that. But what I care about is your line of thought, being able to pass a message, even if you have to speak Asa. The man, his body language, he took up the mic like someone that they gave. You know, when you give a gun to someone that have not killed before and say, go and shoot that person. That mic was as heavy as a gun in his hand. Stood on the podium, his body language. Those are, if you can even see that he was stressed, like someone that they've given. It just reminded me of when I just joined the bank then, and I was asked to come and give a little a lecture on something. It was the first time I was asked to speak in front of people. You understand me? You could see the man literally scared. The money I've got is God. If it's not God, I'm never supposed to. It was an eyesore. It was painful to watch and listen to. So that somebody would not have to come and defend it that it was sarcasm or no, that is not it. And please, people should not compare this to Asiwaju. Even when Asiwaju was doing his show during the campaign, you can see Asiwaju. When Asiwaju speak, you will know that if when Asiwaju speak, you can see Asiwaju speaking with phonics, using phonics to pronounce. Asiwaju is not. I know Asiwaju when he was a governor. Asiwaju is a very, very bright and intelligent person. He speaks impeccable English. Nobody should compare this to that Asiwaju at all. It's a slap on Asiwaju.
So they should let the poor breathe.
They should let Asiwaju breathe. This is not Asiwaju. This is not nobody. They should not use that Asiwaju. They look at Asiwaju. No. We knew Asiwaju when he was governor. So we can tell you that this is Asiwaju. It's not Asiwaju is not what I watched. That's not that nobody should compare it to Asiwaju, please. That thing I watched was painful to watch. Okay, let's accept that Obaseki has failed. Let's accept that Obaseki is nothing. Let's accept that Obaseki has failed. Yeah, Obaseki has failed. He's not done anything. He's brought people from Lagos to take all our collective patrimony, taking to back to Lagos and everything. We are in a deficit. We are the state is owing more than America. But come on, man, it's not this man. Come on. Edo where or no muni Samero we are. Those that have been in, you know what I'm talking about. Come on, man. It's not this one.
Oh yeah.
It was painful to watch.
Thank you. I beg, more quickly ask for Kennedy in your submission because I've seen they go shuttle work between work and this thing, and I was sure. If I beg, you did it.
Yes, I'm here. I just arrived home now.
Okay. I beg, give us your submission about this Okpebholo speech for Maryland, USA. You see, I said that he gaff or not joke or the guy is not in touch with the reality of education. Which of it you feel place up?
I listened to some people spoke about it. The last speaker vehemently spoke about it. I think for me, I was jittering when he was said over the phone. But I expected actually he performed more than I expected actually.
If I beg, speak a little bit louder. Sorry.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, but it's a little bit faint.
Why? Okay, I said he performed better than I expected, actually, because I wasn't expecting anything from him. But when I listened to him, the first segment of his speech, though it wasn't a kind of the way an aspirant would speak or candidate would speak. But when he got to that area of the zoo, no animals in the zoo, I said, okay, he has started. This is what I was expecting. So that wasn't a sarcasm. I think model Okpebholo, I don't know actually. Like the last speaker said, I think they are just trying to package him. The person that spoke in that occasion was Ize Yamu and Agbonanyima. Agbonanyima spoke very well, and he handed over to Ize Yamu. Ize Yamu spoke very eloquently. And then when after handing over the mic to, like the last speaker said, the mic was very heavy on his hand, and the people were jittering. Look at the way Mr. Agbonanyima was looking at him. People were expecting this kind of error to occur. So, but anyway, this is politics, and you can not imagine that as big as Edo State, as educated as Edo State, that is the one they are trying to prepare to that position. I don't know, maybe because he's going to listen to them. According to him, he said before he takes decision, he's going to ask his leaders and all that. He was always saying God did this, God did that, God did that. There was no viable discussion from him what he has for Edo State. I think that is his. He has just shown us his pedigree, his position, or his what I mean, his level of understanding. That should not be a gaffe. That should not be a mistake or sarcasm. That is his level. I think so. So me myself, I was so surprised when I heard him speak. I wasn't expecting something better than that. Thank you.
Thank you, Epa. Thank you, Epa. So, Epa, if you rate down in sarcasm, sorry, my words before you come in. If you rate the sarcasm with that of Arsenal talk saying go work 27 hours of the day, 9 weeks of the 27 hours of the day and 9 days of the week. If you rate
Yes,
compare 'em,
yes. Like I said before, that of Aswe, I think Aswe was joking. Like he was going to work out overwork himself for the state. I think that was what he meant. But I don't know why the zoo and the museum there's no correlation between the zoo and the museum. Probably I don't just know why because I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't expecting more than
Sorry,
that.
please, can I just quickly say something? When Aswen was talking, you can see, even in interviews, at times when you are asked questions in interviews, you don't know what they just asked, but you speak confidently, even if you are saying talking rubbish. You can see Aswen owning that stage, speaking confidently, even if he was saying 24 days a week. But you cannot go ahead and excuse him and say, okay, it might be. You cannot say, okay, you cannot put it into context. You understand me? But it's not you seeing physically. You are seeing that someone is almost entering inside the ground, and you are trying to package it as sarcasm.
And
There's a
my
difference.
brother,
There's
my
a
brother,
difference. Are we
yeah,
not trying to? Are we not trying to open another side of our brains and start thinking like black can be white or white is black? I don't understand anymore.
yeah, okay.
We
We have a
know
caller,
what happened now.
Mr. Uyi, I'll bring you back. Please, we have a caller. We have a caller on. Caller, are you there?
I'm here, sir.
Okay, please go closer to your mic. Tell us your names and where you are calling from. Please, then you tell us your submission.
Okay, my name is Thompson Abariwana, calling from Germany.
Okay, thank you.
And I listen completely. I mean, from the beginning to the end of the town hall, I listen to everything.
Okay, thank you very much.
The guy that spoke before, there is one guy that was tying like on his waist. He talked like 45 minutes, that introducing and said he's already their incoming governor. And that guy handed the mic to Mr. Okpebholo exactly in 51 minutes because I timed everything. Okpebholo spoke for about 15 minutes, between 12-15 minutes. And the first question that was asked by a lady. What kind of development plan he got for Edo State? And he substituted the answer to the guy that was sitting on his right hand side. He didn't answer the question. Rather, he said that guy should go for the answer, just like Bola did in England.
Yes.
So after that guy talked at length, then before they gave him the mic again, they asked him about health care in Edo State. Then he criticized Obaseki for destroying the specialist hospital that has been there for years, and said he's building a museum to replace a specialist hospital that was cheap for everyone to access. That Obaseki destroyed the hospital, built a museum, and the museum he built, there are no animals in it, and that was how it came about. So I listened to everything. It's not that it was a mistake. He kept repeating it, that he built a museum that is empty and there are no animals in the museum. So that was.
So blatantly, was it an error? It was not an error. He was saying it over and over again.
Yes, over and over. Because he was criticizing Obaseki health initiative. That how can Obaseki destroy specialist hospital which our poor people could access? And the one Oshomole built is given to a consultant, and it costs 5,000 naira to take a card. And meanwhile, the specialist hospital used to cost like 200 naira or something, or 500 naira to take a card. So it means the poor people cannot even access any hospital in Benin anymore. So there is no hospital for the poor people to access in Benin City or in the state. So the only one that was cheap for the poor was destroyed by Obaseki, and he built a museum there. And in the museum, there are no animals in the museum. So I watch everything from beginning to end.
Thank you. This is Self-Siobaiwana calling from Germany. He has given it to us, and he even gave us timing. This is detailed information. Mr. Thompson, I thank you for this. As you have been speaking about this, I've been trying to find this interview online. I don't know if anybody has.
Junior, don't bother. It has been taken down.
They've taken it out of
Thank you very much. I've been
They don't remove man. They have removed it from YouTube.
for it, and it has not popped up. I've written many phrases.
They are taking it off. They don't remove one.
That's my case. Mr. Thompson.
I think that's a very big mistake. Sorry, my host. I think that is a very big mistake for them to do. Whoever did that, whoever advised to do that, then you just confirm to the people that your candidate is not inclined.
No. Let's not go.
No, I'm not usually the very word.
One thing I noticed in this guy, I'm sorry, I cannot vote. I live in Germany. I don't have voter's card, so I listen to everybody. I have listened to Akbata. I've listened to Aswen Godalo. And one thing I noticed in him, rather than telling the Edo people what he would do for them, he spent the whole time criticizing Obaseki, who is not even in the poll in the next. On poll in the next election. If he spent 20 minutes talking, if he takes 20 minutes to talk to the people, he spent like 17 minutes out of that 20 minutes to criticize Obaseki. He's never telling people what he will do for the people. I've never heard anything tangible from him that he's going to, this is what I'm going to do about roads, about security, about healthcare. Instead, he would start criticizing Obaseki. Obaseki did this, he did this, he did construct road, or, I don't know. I think they rather coach him and let him know how things go, and
Who,
so that he can be
is,
sellable.
please, wait.
It is now to vote and to be supporting APC, but this person they bring in to us, I wouldn't really go for it.
So,
that's my personal opinion.
Yes, thank you. So that is why we are here. Everybody, we all have our personal opinion, and we try to be as unbiased and unreserved as we can be. But you made a statement just now. You said something about coaching. Are they supposed to be coaching a man who wants to be the number one man of our state? I mean, so they will coach him to become to campaign. Then when he becomes governor, how would that end? That means it's not going to be in his hands because he's going to fall back to his coaching. How are we going to have the Independence Day celebration speeches and the Children's Day speeches and etc. etc.? So are they going to have these same people coaching him for 8 years?
There are some people, they can take decisions by themselves, or they can reject decision given to them by others. But publicly, they don't know how to come forward to put that argument. It's not everybody that can, for instance, it's not everybody that can stand in front of congregations or in front of crowds and take mic and talk to people. But some of these people, when they talk within friends and family members or whatever, you see them being vocal. But when they see crowds, they like shivering or like scared or whatever.
Well, those are the things that entail to become a governor. You have to be able to be vocal behind and in front. You have to lead. You are not going to lead your family. If you want to go to your family meeting to vote to be head of the family, go vocal, do it. But if you want to govern a state, you have to be present. You have to be active, proactive. You have to be standard.
Please, can I just say
no,
Mr. Moderator, let me please say something, please.
It's just one line.
You guys, I know Tupo has his hands up. I was waiting to let Mr. Obayiwana go. So Tupo has his hand before both of you, my brothers. So thank you, Mr. Obayiwana. Let us not slide. You have done well. You have educated me. Oh, please, you're blessed. Thank you. Thank you very much. You have educated me. You are the only person that have educated me today. I appreciate it. But let's go to Tupo. Tupo, are you there? Thank you, sir. Good night. Good night. You are blessed. Have a good, beautiful week. Mr. Tupo, are you there? You had your hands up. Tupo, I know you are busy.
I'm here.
Okay. Yes, you had your hands up. I didn't want to pass because Mr. Uye and Mr. Okay. Okay, please. You want to say something?
I wanted to say something. I don't think I still remember it. I know somebody. It was about Okpebholo, but the actual point I wanted to make was lost because it was about somebody talking. But this thing I know people are concerned. That Okpebholo might have spoken something, it means. I don't know. I'm trying to understand what it actually means. Because if we make a decision, are we making the decision that, Okpebholo, this thing he has said, he doesn't know zoo, So that's one. Secondly, I know somebody said they took out the stuff from the internet. And there are different places where you can watch it.
But we don't. Yes, I know that. I know other places can be edited. If it was on YouTube, you get the original copy. That was why I wanted to check for myself. I don't want to go to any WhatsApp group.
I don't know.
Because that was how the Bula Bala Blue and the music started.
I don't know why.
Those things you don't see them online. APC is doing great. Well, okay,
I don't know why you might not see it online, but I know you see these things flying around. So, but in my own case, like I said, everybody is guilty of maybe making mistake. If you want to say, okay, maybe he made mistake, it's not out of place. But there's something I wanted to reverse to. because your speaker said that he spoke for just 16 minutes and some certain things. There's nowhere in Nigeria that we have not seen these things happen. I can remember in 2016, when His Excellency was contesting for this office. It was practically Oshomole who was speaking. And as at that time, there was nobody to criticize, because you are a sitting governor. Oshomole was sitting. So he was criticizing the candidate's personality and damaged the candidate's personality beginning to end. Even till today, it is still irredeemable. But as he did this, so when we are campaigning, everything is used. So when people are using things in campaign, I don't see it as you now use it to judge whether the person will perform or he will not perform. That is not in. It's not what they say that will determine whether somebody is going to perform. It's not. So,
but there are damages. These damages can go deep.
Well, it's because
there are damages that can go because even during the Obaseki pastor or the Oshomole pastor, the damage that was done on pastor, I don't think it affects him even when he stands with this candidate. Because even in the hall today, like they say he was the outspoken one. He was the only person that spoke right at Maryland.
But
yes.
The same person that spoke right was the person that was damaged.
So you can imagine how deep it has been. If the worst is speaking best in a circle, then what happens? What trickles down?
No. You see.
I'm not calling him worst. I'm not calling him. I'm saying because Oshomole actually did a very. To me, it wasn't politics. It was too personal. Oshomole should not have gone that far with.
You make me laugh. Is there part of this politics that they have not taken to a personal level?
No, but they don't. But that was
the deposing of a deputy governor.
It was so bad. They had it as a billboard. They had it as a billboard on Ring Road playing during Obaseki's campaign. So they were not even campaigning. It was Pastor Ide Yamon's voice that was there.
Can I tell you something? I was just with somebody and the person told me that. And I was trying to tell the person, I heard that there are no campaign posters. And the person told me that, in all fairness, there's no billboard available for the opposition. That means whether it was magically taken or, I don't want to use some words, but it's that politics. Even in football, you go to a stadium, you are going to play an away match. They keep your own side for you. They can say 30% for the what they call them.
Mr. Tupo, sorry to interject. They have a caller. We have a caller. Let the caller do and come in. Thank you very much. Yes, the caller calling. Are you there?
I'm here. Good evening, everyone.
Yes, go close to your microphone. Please tell us where you're calling from. Tell us your names.
Yeah, my name is Osas. I'm calling from Italy.
Okay, Osas. You're calling from Italy. There are many Osas in Italy. That's why I said names. But it's okay. What is your submission?
My submission in this issue is that we should call the spade a spade. That man, a APC candidate, is not fit to be the candidate of APC. When you also look at that man so-called Pastor Edo, the way he was speaking and the way he started his speech that he bought his form for the gubernatorial election, that he bought it for 50 million, that based on due to equity and based on the geopolitical zone in Edo State. So he decided to drop the ambition. Because for me, when you look at it, that man contested in twice. But the people around him, that they told him that you are not, when you go for this election, it's going to over you. So in the last, he was not even up to 2 weeks that he decided to say, okay, I'm not going to contest again. So let me just leave it for the some people for them to also have that in the gubernatorial election. But for me, what I have to say is just that what they are doing, is just all about interest. They thought that Obaseki is not going to do a great job, going to try up to this extent. Normally, within ourselves, when we look at the structure that man has done, we really know that man really has people here. Although that man is not somebody that normally tolerates nothing. Look at what people is also saying, that he was trying to cover up for Apakomusa. No, you don't need to cover for Apakomusa. Even though it's for your party, so you don't need to cover up for it. I think the caller that also called, I explained everything. But I didn't watch the full video. It's not only there's no animal in the museum. It's not only that one. He made error in other speech. I cannot remember that speech. All the speech that he was giving, it was all about criticism. It's not fair. So we should just have to tell ourselves this. So the man is not fit. Because when you look at those people that go with you for the meeting, for the conference, most of them they are just there for them to get into Utadebe, for them to have their own share. Because that man himself, he cannot even speak. Okay, he conducted election for during the Senate. You don't have anything that you have done. Okay, they ask you to come and give a speech, or to come and give a submission in the parliament. So you are waiting for your leader, so that the leader you are waiting for is representing another consequences. So you cannot say what your constituencies want. You cannot give a speech without waiting for other person. It's not fair. So we just have to just try to just put this in order. When you also look at the candidate of the Labour Party, they are just talking all about interest. It's just interest. When you look at the speech, when you invite the Labour Party to another platform, all what they have to say, what the man have done, the man have not done anything. So the man that you have decided is about to leave. The man is not running. But let us see what is going to happen, because there is still going to be a conference meeting within all the aspects. I will see if our commission is going to send the APC chairman or Pastor Osage to go and represent him. So that is what I have to say. But we should not be calling Kento white or black Kento. I don't really know.
Thank you very much, Mr. Osa. Thank you very much, Mr. Osa. Is this your first time on the show? Is this your first time on the program?
Yeah, this is the first time that I'm calling. So
okay, first time. Okay, thank you very much.
We should just call it pay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for your submission, Mr. Osa, calling from Italy. Thank you for the information. Next, I will say, I'll give the mic to Mr. Uyi. Mr. Uyi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yes. I was just going to correct correct what someone said. I just wanted to say something about it. I heard someone say that some leaders can speak, they can pass their message, some cannot, but behind the scenes they can deliver. You know what? If you want to go into politics and you just want to be a politician, it's okay. But if you want now to put yourself forward for an elective position and you want to go to the house representing a people, you should be able to speak on behalf of your people. So he had no business in the Senate at first. You see the reason why Nigeria is not working, because these are the kind of people we have representing us in the Senate. This is the reason why Nigeria is not working.
No, you cannot. Sorry
yes.
In Edo State, In Edo State, we have 3 senators.
Yes.
If you say these are the kind of people we have in Edo State, he is the senator from Edo Central. Are you going to compare him with the senator from Edo North?
I said these are the kind of people we have
Yes. Are you
representing
going
us.
to generalize with him?
Well, if we have these kind of people in the Senate, are you not surprised that this is a senator? We are talking about a senator now saying that he cannot pass a message, he cannot speak, he cannot talk, his line of thought, he cannot articulate. This is a senator we're talking about. We are not even talking about a minister. This is a senator that is supposed to stand and speak.
Yes, it is intriguing.
That is supposed to argue whatever bill he's sponsoring. He's supposed to stand in the House of Senate and argue it and push forward. You understand me? Okay, let's forget about that. If you cannot have the strength of a farmer and want to do the job of an engineer. I don't know if you understand. You cannot have the strength of a farmer and want to do the job of an engineer. I know you have the money to execute the election and everything, but it's not all about having the financial strength. There are so many candidates that came from that senatorial district. If we even want to give it to that zone, there's so many candidates that came from that zone that can do better. Even the deputy governorship candidate, Denko will do better now. Come on, man.
No, but let's put it this way. Now, let us now put it in a very, very good context. The party brought this man out. He had oppositions. The people actually voted for him. So are the people not getting what they want?
Yeah, the people are getting what they want. That is the reason why we will still go for a general election. But we are just talking. We're just talking, just the way they talk about Obaseki and Aswen, so we can talk about other candidates. Are we only allowed to talk about Aswen Godalo and Obaseki? Obaseki is the governor. Okay, we are allowed to talk about Obaseki. But are we only allowed to talk about Aswen Godalo?
Obaseki is outgoing. We can talk about Obaseki when
he's a public servant already. He's a governor, so we must talk about him.
Yes, because we talk about him when he has problems. Going forward, we are talking about going forward now.
So that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Aswen Godalo too went through a primary election and the people voted him. So are we not saying that we will not talk about him? In this show, we always talk about Aswen Godalo. But yes, but it's time we talk about other candidates too. And if we decide to talk about Okpebholo, I don't think there's a problem about there's a problem. Even if everyone knows that PDP, I will always support Aswen Godalo. But it does not mean that I'm not a citizen of Edo State. It does not mean that I don't have a voter's card. It does not mean I'm not a stakeholder. It does not mean I cannot hold the opposition candidate to account. I can still criticize when I see that there's something to be criticized. And in this instance, there's something to be criticized. There's something to be worried about. And that is the reason why we are pointing it out. So nobody should say that some leaders can speak outside. If you are a farmer, you go for a farmer's job. You cannot go for an engineer's job. So there's no reason you have no business. If you know that you cannot even pass a message, even with ASAN or whatever, if you know you cannot tell the people what you will do when you get there, you have no business there. That is just the truth. It's just because in Nigeria everything goes. You have no business there. Look at Kestama, leader of opposition in United Kingdom. He is topping opinion polls by 20 points, but the people are still saying that he does not have a message he's running with. That they want him to be more articulate. They want him to be that person that, like Obama, they want him to bring a message that he will run with, that will woo them. But opinion poll says that he's 20 points ahead. He's going to be the next prime minister if everything remains the same. But the people are still saying that there's that thing the people want. He's not able. They're not talking about grammar. This is an Englishman. You're not talking about grammar. That's what people don't understand. Nobody's talking about grammar with Okpebholo. What people are saying that his line of thought, he's not been able to push his message. That is what the people are saying. That if you cannot
Mr. Uyi, let me just Mr. Uyi.
Yeah. You want to give him back up. Okay.
And let me just tell you, my own just to support him a bit. So from what everyone has been saying and from the video that I saw, it was clear that all the questions that Mr. Okpebholo was asked, he never provided an answer to those questions. So that is very worrisome. When you're asked a question, then you deflect from that question, and then you start going on a tantrum, on a frolic, and start criticizing the previous governor. Instead of you to answer that question and tell us what you would do. He did not answer that. And guess what? This is about the first time we're actually seeing or hearing from Okpebholo. And then he can't even he can't answer questions. This is the first time no one has heard from him. And I was also expecting to even for Mr. Okpebholo to kind of tell us his background. Instead, he was telling us how the sister drank soda. You know, how he went to the farm, how he never had shoes or something, how by miracle he went to school. He never told us what he did before coming into politics. And to add to that, this is someone that has won an election before. So I don't think he should be scared of crowd. Or
Mr.
did
Osa, can I interject,
during...
moderator? Mr. Osa, can I observe you in a little bit? Just
please go ahead.
There are two things you said that I'm interested in. You said
okay,
that he could not speak. Why I decided to call you out is because
no, when you say speak, everyone, a baby can speak.
I know.
When I mean speak, answer questions.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for even making it very clear. You know, on Saturday we had we were opportune to watch a live program where one of the aspirants and one of the candidates spoke. His name was Olumide Akpata, former NBA chairman. Brilliance to the core. And I remembered you very vividly saying that you could not understand why he could not answer questions. So I'm beginning to see you have a very high taste. Because if
no, I think you're missing it up. So hold on a minute. We're not even talking about hold on. No. You're bringing something that wasn't even here and out of context.
Where I'm going.
I never said he could not answer questions.
No,
I still remember the chat is still there. We had a chat. I can go back to that chat. So let's leave Olumide. Olumide is out of this. We're talking about Okpebholo. Let's not deflect. Let's focus on this.
You need to get my point. If you get it, then it's cool. What I'm saying is,
if you're saying the point, let's separate two things. I don't
understand.
They are two different things. And moreover, you said you've not even watched the video. So I'm trying to imagine what you're defending. Just wait and watch the video.
Sorry, Mr. Osa, can you allow to
my brother, just watch the video.
Because
you've not seen it. You
have not asked this question. You're just allowed to land so that you should be able to understand what Tupo is talking about.
I know I will let him land, but the problem here is this. There are two different things. No, if you're talking about a private conversation, it's separate from this. So I don't want you to confuse both.
Yes, but he's trying to drive to a point.
He's trying
because he said something about you having a high taste. Because he let us allow him finish. Sorry, I hope it's not going to be. It will not be admitted in court. But let him finish because we are here as family. Although your president,
but I don't want him to bring a private conversation.
Okay, that's a private conversation. You guys, we were not there, so we can't bring
exactly.
It yes,
please let's leave that outside.
Okay, good. One of the members.
Okay. Sorry to have brought it up. So it only clearly means that we probably might have different opinions depending on the situation we find ourselves. Or we'll have different responses to questions depending on the platform. So, but that aside, let me go further. There's something. Whether you said it or we said it before you tried to help him, was that Okpebholo could not really express himself, and that he would have even preferred that if he was going to do that in his own dialect. Now, the question I would want to ask is that: are you sure he did not use his dialect to talk to his own people in order to win Senate? Because there's no limitations to how you want to campaign. Neither have they said that in the process of campaigning in Nigeria you must use English. So, but this is politics. That's why I'm concerned. and all our ideology.
Okay, let me observe you as well.
No, before
Let me
you
observe you as well.
wait,
This is my time you people are using though.
I'm sorry.
I'm not finished talking.
Mr. wait. To go, yes, let me, before I will just briefly. You said he wants Senate, he uses dialect for his people, right? Now you are doing
I
it.
didn't say that. I said I just assumed that why don't
okay,
yes, and I said based on the ideology we carried for this election, which is ESA agenda, it means we were trying to talk to the ESA people. I don't know, is it bad
only,
that
right? The ESA people only.
because
So
I'm trying to help.
When it comes to English,
when says,
the other people are not interested or are not included. It's only ESA that he can use to convince us. Then what he should do?
We have an election.
Wait, what he should do? He should go with an interpreter. Earlier on in this program, I said something about a Chinese man doing business with foreigners. They go with interpreters. So if Mr. Okpebholo cannot express himself,
brother, you are putting words in my mouth.
I am not putting words in your mouth. You are talking about the ESA agenda and him speaking to people in his dialect.
It was an observation.
Okay,
so
no, because you are defending. When
so he said, Uyi said something. So I'm assuming that maybe he might have spoken to his people. And if we go by the ideology of it's an agenda, which made us to jettison our morality of allowing any candidate to run on for the state government, then we should at least cut the slack to say they brought an ESA man who probably is not speaking English, but doesn't take away.
No. Wait, no. This is Junior, please hold on. Nobody is saying that Okpebholo did not speak English. There are no animals in the zoo, in the museum. It's English. What we are saying, yes, what we are saying is not eloquence.
We have talked about that. That is not the discussion.
No, hold on now. Hold on, brother.
There's not only one statement we are going to dwell on throughout the campaign now.
Nobody, you're the one taking this thing.
It's not about like I said, it could be sarcasm. It could just be a joke. So, but
okay, let's park that on the shelf.
Talking about other things, trying to relate it to how
you said it could just. Somebody has said it is not a joke.
Let's not dwell on one thing that.
Hold on now.
Guys, relax. Here, before we go further with our emotions getting high, let us first reason with the statement that someone has made. And people have come here to analyze it. The man was not giving a joke. He was serious talking about healthcare. And he said the zoo or the people, they turned the place into...
and when he was talking about healthcare, which is more important to you,
when it comes to healthcare, there's nothing with animals...
he was talking about is free. You should focus on the one that concerns
No. The reason I'm talking about
is healthcare not more important than what you are dragging?
Okay, Junior, hold on. There's a question. There's something I want to ask.
Discuss issue-based discussions.
Junior, please hold on.
Trying to blame somebody making a mistake.
Statement or we should call a spade a spade.
What is a spade? You tell me that.
How it is. Until this time,
irrespective of whoever anybody is supporting, Mr. Moderator.
No.
Of whoever
yeah, that's true. What Ukpo just said is true. The healthcare is more important, but at the end of the day,
healthcare is more important. So why are we talking about
Mr. Moderator, hold on. The healthcare is more important, but at the end of the day, Okpebholo could not say what he would do differently to handle that part. That is what the problem we are having. He was given an opportunity. He was given an opportunity to lay out. He was given an opportunity to summarize his plan for healthcare. He was given an opportunity to lay out his plan in a little summary for healthcare, but he failed to do it. He did not do it. One, that healthcare that is more important. He did not tell us what he would do differently. One, and secondly, not trying to criticize the government. He now put himself into a cage. So that is the problem, because it's not as if he gave us a solution.
I will not allow you to do that. Let's be pragmatic on something, because we are trying to paint a picture that is not on the wall. It's not about speaking English now. It's not about talking about the healthcare because he mentioned healthcare. It's about the sentence he made. And we don't, let's say it. Children are listening to us. People are listening to us. We come here every day, we try to be formal and try to say, okay, peace. But let us be very honest with ourselves. is healthcare, animal, museum. What's the correlation? There are ways to dodge answers. There are ways to dodge answers. A lot of politicians do it. Even supporters of politicians do it. Talking about healthcare, okay, healthcare. What are you going to do different? You just tell us you build more hospitals, or tell us you will employ more doctors, or tell us you will buy new equipment. But what does museum and animal go to do with healthcare? Or because we educated people like us are not in the hands of affairs, so we will just take anything that is said. We are trying to tell us that he talked about healthcare, but he did not answer.
I'm not trying to package
it.
it.
The way you answer a question and you will fail.
No,
a question, you'll be giving fair, good.
Moderator, you know what happened here? I'm just trying to say, okay, if
according to
Tukpo, he said the healthcare is more important.
How are we trying to paint it? To say, okay,
no, they said the healthcare is more important.
He didn't answer any question.
He didn't answer the question. At the end of the day, he didn't.
So why would say he answered the question that he didn't give us?
I did not say answer the question. I said if the healthcare, since the healthcare is very important, did he still answer the question on that healthcare at the end of the day?
Question about healthcare. If he was given a free table without questions, he would talk about healthcare because he doesn't even have any idea about healthcare. Let's just be honest with that. Because they cannot ask you about healthcare, you're talking about museum and animals. That's why it's a topic. We're not supposed to be talking about what one man said, even if he's a candidate. So coming to defend it is what we have to stop doing. You cannot come here to defend or try to brush it.
Mr. Moderator, can I say
continue defending it?
No, I'm not defending. I want to observe something.
We almost
I want to observe something just for 10 seconds. The way you are sounding, you actually, hold on, you actually said you were looking for the video because you really did not have watched it.
Yes.
And you tried to get to YouTube and you did not see it. But your tone right now clearly shows that it seems you already have a mindset for what you have not watched. Hold on.
You said 10 seconds.
You have stressed
you have exceeded your 10 seconds. You have exceeded your 10 seconds.
Did not explain anything, which means you probably watched it. So I don't want to.
I cut you short. You know why I cut you short? I was here when I watched it I said it on the phone, but it might be edited. I went to YouTube. I heard something. I was the one that said he mentioned something about healthcare. I was the person that, because people are saying museum and animal. I said he mentioned something about healthcare. And he moved towards that, but I don't know if it was edited or not. Like you're telling me my tone. The reason for my tone is because you people are coming to tell educated people like us. Even if you're not educated, we are not children.
No, the way you are saying you are using your technology to mean from speaking. You are pressing us.
I was the person that observed that I wasn't on YouTube anymore.
That way now. Discussion should be allowed.
No. They won't defend
you did not watch.
Because the last time you made a statement,
the other here to comment, and they are commenting properly. I'm holding on to something that is.
I am holding up. There's a blunder.
You don't allow people to comment on this thing. People have been speaking well. They have different views. Some are not.
Nobody has any different views. But everybody is saying the man has errors. And you just saying
too much. Now you have used the word that why should we be coming to tell educated people? My brother, you know, second-class citizens. Everybody is entitled to how they want to view it.
It's only a man that does not know that
now the discussion had already ended, and we had moved forward. But you insisted on taking us back. I only observed with Mr. Uya and Osa when they were talking about personality.
People used to say,
Mr. Moderator, please.
When they about the children, they say people
should be better. It belongs to all of us. We want the best. That's why we are interrogating issues.
No, we cannot.
We are not God, and we cannot.
We cannot want the best,
but
and
now we are
discussing what is not good.
You understand?
So we cannot say we want.
Don't stress too much because it will make the discussion look as if You
Please
are
don't
not giving us
stress
the
too
opportunity
much
to.
in.
In
I always
politics,
feel it.
in politics, we must defend.
No, no, you cannot
Hold
defend. You
on,
cannot
hold on.
defend what's wrong. You cannot come to
Hold
defend
on.
nonsense.
In
Let's not
politics,
do
we
that.
must defend.
Bring
Either
the
the
bright
government
side
is
of the man.
defending or the people are defending. That is how politics works. So you don't force. You don't try to throw away people say don't come and defend. No, they have a right. APC, PDP, Labour Party, all of them have a right to defend whatever the case
Yes.
is.
So
So
why do you
I don't know
defend?
what you are expecting to. You want them to tell you what you want to hear or what the
No,
people want to hear.
Okay, to go. That's what we call. That's what I
But
co-host. My
but
co-host
the
called you
thing is
before.
that
My co-host called you before to defend.
moderator. But the thing
Yes.
is that when we started this whole this program today, and so we had our opinion on the
On the
flooding
water this thing.
on
They
the
say
flood.
no.
But your first line was that
You
it
cannot
it,
believe
it,
the
it it
government.
shocks me that educated people will come here and and try to defend the or try to blame the people or blame past administration. That was your first line. But so I'm
Yes,
shocked
yes.
that
first line was
you now
very
know
clear.
that
Let me
people
say why
I'm
I was
shocked that you now
concerned
know that
about it
people are
because
entitled to their opinion.
it's an educated, not educated.
But
I
we
don't
all
know.
cannot
I
be
said
seeing
we are
issues from the same
educated people,
lens.
and we should understand that
No.
we
That
should
was not
not
what you said.
blame
That was not what you said. I
ourselves.
want you to go back and watch this program. You said that it shocks you that educated people will come on a public platform to defend this or try to blame the people of past administration. That was your first line. You understand?
Blame the
And
people.
I felt, and you
Why
know,
will you blame the people?
no, I
We are
felt,
talking politics. You are
no,
blaming the
listen,
people. Why will you blame
listen,
the people? Really and
no,
truly,
listen, and I felt that
blame the
was
people for
rude.
flood.
No, I felt that was rude from you because this is a
No. You
platform
can't tell me. You can't tell me what
that
is rude.
we should
Nobody's
welcome
using the
diverse
term
views.
rude here.
We all cannot see things from the same lens. You understand me? Just because someone has, I backed up when I said I give past administration 20%. I backed it up with facts, not opinion, because
Good.
facts are verifiable
Now you see
truths.
why the
So I
discussion
backed it
between me
up
and
with
you
facts,
is
not
making more
opinion.
sense. You see why it's
Facts,
making more sense, Mr. Wee,
yes.
because you have come as a panelist as well as myself. So
Yes.
we expect that the umpire or the moderator should allow a level playing field. That's
Okay.
why you can see that
So
when you attack me, I can also be
no,
on
we
the
are not here
defensive
to
part
attack.
and
We are
attack
here
you.
on
I
deliberation.
expect
See,
the moderator to be
I am not an umpire.
an umpire
I'm not an umpire. I'm
that
not
will
an umpire.
allow me to express myself rather than just hit me
Yes.
left, right, or
But
center.
you guys should
I
get
have
it.
not come here to
I am
lie.
not
No,
I
INEC.
have
but you
not
have a
said
point. No,
anything wrong
but
against
you have a
anybody.
point. No, but you
I
have
have
a
not
point.
thrown tantrums against anybody
But you
wrongly.
have a point. I
Oh,
understand.
I
Point.
know
I'm
when you
very
sound
clear
like
on
What
my
you're
this.
trying to
statements.
say that the moderator should leave it for a fellow
Yes.
panelist to
If he
interject.
has a
What
I
is
concern, he should
speaking
ask. He
for?
should
Am I
not tell
not from
me
Edo
that.
State? Don't I have my say?
But I understand what you are trying to
So
say, but
I'm going to leave it.
I'm just trying to point out the fact that people are entitled to have different views because we all cannot see things from one lens, from the same lens, and or through the same lens, or however it is. But the thing is that when I said I blame past administration 20%, I backed it up with facts, not opinion, because opinion is what I think, but facts are verifiable proof. I backed it up with verifiable truth that you can even go and check it on the internet. I backed it up. We never use those funds to do major projects, major reforms, major physical infrastructures to curb flooding when it comes, because there was no flooding at that time. We were just enjoying the money, driving the Hilux, using it to pick our girlfriends from school to hotel and everything. We didn't do anything with those monies, and you say that we should not even talk about that. And on this platform, you have said that we cannot go to the future without talking about the past, because the past will lead us to the future. You understand me? So if I, in my own wisdom, have said that, okay, since Tukpo said we should always use the past to lead us to the future, and I said, okay, what happened in the past? Ecological fund was never used, and look at what we are suffering now. And the cost of repairing or correcting this thing now is so enormous that we have to go back to borrowing, or we have to cut funds from other sectors. So by putting out that, but I was surprised that you started with, I'm surprised that educated people. I felt that was rude. I felt that was very insulting. That was the reason why I dropped a message there and said, "Oh, Bob, you are giving it now. If I give it to you now, you're going to say somebody called you at night to ask you
See,
questions
Mr.
that
Uyi,
was
Mr. Uyi, we
that
are
is the truth."
panelists. Like I said, we are panelists. So
Yeah,
when
but
we are
the other
talking,
day when
we
I
can
spoke,
engage. Now, I
The
don't have
other
a
day when I
problem. I
engaged
don't
you,
have
you
a
didn't look
problem.
at it like you
I
are
don't have a
panelist.
problem. Hold on. I don't have a problem with your statement. The person who probably was speaking about the situation had another opportunity to speak and was able to use the words because probably he understood that it wasn't an insult or neither was I rude. So it's
No,
just
that
you.
that that
Hold
that
on,
that
hold on,
that
hold
that,
on,
that was
hold
rude.
on
That's
now.
an insult, though.
Hold
That
on.
was rude. That's an insult. You shouldn't use that on
You are
because this is
stressing
a
on this
public
thing. This is
public
this is
platform.
what we did the last time.
No,
You are bringing a case that has already passed, and it's
no, that
just
was
to
no.
me.
We have to
Okay,
To me,
correct
it's
it.
just
okay,
We
kind
this
of
is not
can't sleep
this
over
is
it. We
not
have to
kind of
correct it.
people
introspective, and
versus
I'm
you
not
show.
comfortable with it. It's
Thank
not
you very much,
because the
guys.
person I was
Thank you
talking
very
to
much for
is
your
not
call.
even speaking. You are the one now trying to
Thank you very
Brother, we
much
are
for
force
your.
person.
we
It's
are
Thank you
all
not
very
okay.
much. You
educated
guys
and we
have
are all
given us.
entitled to our opinion.
Mr. Tupo, Mr. Uyi, thank you very much for the contribution and all that we have just put together. We are always for or against. I am not, you can call me an umpire, but I have a right to choose a candidate. I have a right to condemn a candidate. I have a right to vote. If I have my PVC. People think I don't have PVC. I have my PVC. But it is that. And I'm not going to be like a dictator panelist and watch.
See, Mr. Moderator, we have seen how Lou Akande host his own program and go to other programs to lament. But why he's on his own program, he will not be lamenting.
Okay,
so you can
I am
go to other
I am not the
programs
one,
and
and
lament
it is
your
super
PVC.
important. It is
But
not.
when
It
you
is
come
not
here
business true
and
shade.
you start attacking us as panelists,
I am not attacking you. I'm only telling you that you cannot come and be cooking out soup that is not.
I'm not cooking any soup. I've not even.
Yeah,
I cannot tell you anything that.
I try my best. I try my best to make it balanced because
I believe
you are the only person who can meet when it comes to certain questions or certain things on the platform. A lot of people, you are our friend. So the way you can talk to me, yes, I'll talk to you like that, and we don't have feelings. That's why I asked. I don't do that because I'm not asking you because of that. I'm not asking you for certain reasons. I'm asking because that's how I ask everybody when it comes to discussions, even my co-host.
But Mr. Moderator, I have seen people come here talk some certain things that are not ethical, and because it seems to favor a certain leaning, you just keep quiet and let it slide.
No, I don't let it slide. I don't have influence or passion. Don't let anything slide if it affects me. Maybe if I'm doing research and I'm not listening, what does not.
But let me not take too much time. Let's give other people a chance to comment.
Yes, so we are going to the next topic.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
We are going to the next topic, which is going to be brief. Yeah, we are going to the next topic, which is going to be very brief, which is the 70,000 naira payment of salaries. People have, I don't know, so they say people have confirmed it, but we don't know how. We don't have it. I don't have it first-hand information, but there are stories on social media about the people receiving the salaries already, and that is some good news because when we asked, when the news came up some time ago, it was big. It was a big news all over social media. When there were more criticism to it, and some people thought, even with my good friend Mr. Odiano, say he has not been with us for a while. We talked. We asked. We mentioned it was a Greek gift. If people know the story about the Greek war at some point, yes, a big gift, which means this big salary is how we're going to sustain it. Are they doing it for election purposes? Does the Edo state generate, do these translators generate the funds that can keep them afloat, the 70,000 naira salary base and more? So now it is 27th of the month, which Edo state workers ought to have been paid, as we hear that these workers get their salaries before the 26th. And the salary hits their accounts before the 26th. according to some information, people said the 70,000 naira has been paid. Well, that is what I heard. I would like to, like what my co-host will do, go back into the studio to ask the people. I will start with Mr. Epai Gariba. Epai Gariba, are you there with me?
Yes, yes, I'm still here. I just
Yes, thank
sorry,
you very
there was
much.
a
Yes, I know you said you are home now, so I just want to know. On this 70,000 naira salary, have you, do you know anyone that has received it, or did you hear about the news that people have started getting paid on this the new increment?
I'm not privy to any information relating to the payment of the salary that has been promised by Obaseki, the 70,000. But my problem with the promise is that though I support but the only problem I have with Obaseki increasing the salary is where is he going to get the money from? That's one problem. You know, in abroad here, when you promise increment of salary, you should be able to tell the masses or the
How
entire
you generate?
citizen where the money is going to come. Where the money is it going to come from internally generated revenue? Is it going to come from costs from some areas? Where is it going to come from? What investment has it done to mitigate this salary increment? And if the money has been there, let it tell us if the money has been there, why has he waited till now before increasing the salary? If the money has been there, probably they'll be saving money for safety net or whatever. We have a bulk of money somewhere. So, how much is it? How is it paying it? If on the flip side, if PDP loses and the coin goes the way of the APC, how is the APC going to sustain the payment of this 70,000? So that is just my question. You should be able to tell us if you must have taken some tutorials from Obaseki on how this money is going to be paid and how and the continuity of paying this money. I think during the campaign, Aswe too should be able to tell us where the money is going to come from and how he is going to be able to sustain the payment. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, thank you very much, sir. Osa, I'm going to ask you because Osa, you are next. Please, I want to. Osa, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Paul said something just now. He said Obaseki is outgoing and he has done this magic. But it will be left for a friend of his or a guy that works with his economic team to tell us either in a campaign or we can't get these days. I don't know the campaigns. I don't know if the campaigns are on, but we don't see it like we used to see it. People are doing individual movement. So this salary thing, have you heard if anyone? Do you know anyone or how authentic are the information I got that has been paid? And is also going to be a part of the person that will tell us how the funds are going to be generated or how it's going to be sustainable for the Edo people. So what is your take? What's your submission on that?
Okay, well, I've not seen anyone that has received it, but if we all know how these politics work. If people were not paid or haven't received that salary by now, the internet would have been shaking with that news. Of course, the opposition would have used that as a promise and fail governor. That is for sure. So, with area cool and calm, it means the man has delivered.
Yeah, but even at that, some people still would have celebrated it. The interview would have like, yeah, yes, I just got no be
Well,
beating everywhere,
well,
it's not
the
via
minute you
and they
celebrate
speak
it,
a
the minute you celebrate that, then wait for the bill that will come afterward. Ah, oh God, you don't receive the money. Ah, say my pikin never go school. I get this. So everybody will just collect the thing and just repair as if say nothing spoiled, no difference. But again, I think by tomorrow or by towards the end of this month, we would start to know who has received it. And our cousin that came last time, maybe we need to reach out to her to find out if she has received her salary.
salary.
So that, yeah. So that's on the one side. And in terms of sustaining this amount, I don't think there's a problem with that. It's just 30,000 naira increase from what I see, and knowing Obaseki and knowing how government should run, they would have planned before coming out with this increase. And again, like we all know, you have things like security vote that you can use as you like. There's so many ways you can put this thing.
If it has to be doubled into security vote, let's say some people, like maybe you're a good plan and saying, okay, my security vote is 1 billion a month, and I can increase the salary, take 500 million to salaries and boost it. What about the next governor comes in and say, I cannot tamper or I cannot
And well,
use.
again, it's not for the next governor to decide how he will sustain that.
Okay.
Because clearly, even 70,000 naira minimum wage, it's very low. If you divide that by 20 days a month, and then divide that 20 days, how many days a week? So you perhaps see that this people earn per hour around 15 naira if you do the math clearly. So even the 70,000 naira is too low compared to what the allocation that comes to the state. I don't know. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, if you compare the allocation that comes to the states from the federal government and the revenue generated, I don't see why the government will struggle to pay that amount. How many people are in the civil service in Edo State? How much is the overhead budget? At the start of every financial year, there should be a budget for salaries. It's not government is not will wait every month and see what comes in. They will not pay salaries. No, you budget. Every department will have a budget. The number of persons that will need to carry out the task, how much they will need, whatever trainings they will go for. These things are always planned in the budget. So perhaps they need to look into that at the beginning of every financial year. That's my submission on this.
Thank you very much, Mr. Osa. We have Mr. Konko. I don't know if you have Mr. Konko, are you there? Or you are busy? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm just listening. I'm driving, so I can't really talk.
Okay. Thank you very much. Mr. Chupo, you are the last on the list. Do you know anybody that received these figures? Or do you, yes, and do you know anyone that received this new salary? And do you think it's sustainable?
All right. First and foremost, I will say kudos to the governor for the initiative. And if you say whether they have received it, I know 27th, I saw a news where people were celebrating about that they have started receiving the salary. I know government pays 26th and 27th. And I think the Children's Day celebration, something like that was also mentioned at the stadium. So for me, I think even while we want to try to play politics about it, Obaseki did very well to have even increased the salary. There are other things some people would have done during campaigns, maybe carry a transformer to a junction and do some funny things. But no matter what, it will be difficult for any incoming governor to go and reverse it back. That would just be disastrous. And just something we will not take away from Obaseki, undermining that no matter how you want to judge government, they always have their good side and their bad side. In this aspect of paying salaries, increasing minimum wage, I think you can say he has done tremendously well because he first increased it to 40, sustained it, now he increased it to 70. He's going to sustain it. So if anybody is coming in, or whoever comes in, like what the last speaker said, if they can just continue to build on what the state has been running on for the past 16 years now, starting from Oshomole, where they started moving started managing the incomes, increasing the IGRO, blocking loopholes. If anyone that comes in can continue on that, they will definitely sustain the salary, because the salary earners are not that many, so it's not a big deal. And I think we still have that is probably still pay the teachers 127,000 minimum, as also said. So to me, that's a good thing. That's what government is supposed to be. But government is not a one-way street. There are different other aspects of governance that guarantees welfare and security of the people. So, but on this aspect, he has done very well. Yeah. So kudos to him and happy Children's Day.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, that is all about it on the topic of the day. That is it at the moment. Although there are some news coming in, there's some news coming in, like I figured on the federal government. Nigerian government considers implementation of new tax, spending, and borrowing policy. This is, and people are reacting to it. Yeah, this is new. It's just breaking. I just received it. Well, that's not the Edo business. That's Nigerian business. But the way it is, taxation is coming. Everybody should brace themselves, even with the hardship. Now taxes will come again. So the people, we should brace ourselves and hope for the best for our lives, our country, our government, our people, etc., and for the world. Peace first, then so we can have a wonderful or a good environment where we can dwell and make business. This is a new one. It's a new one, but well, it's a bit lengthy. But well, we always hope for the best. Anyways, we have come to that part of the show where we know we have discussed deeply with our brothers, and we have talked about the issues concerning or connecting us across board, across the globe. We have discussed politics, we have discussed economy, we have discussed the social welfare of our dear state and our country and ourselves. So, like I always do, when I want to leave the studio or when we want to end the day, I give an African proverb. There's always an African proverb to go with for us to reason with. And today's proverb is, all errors are amendable. All errors are amendable, which means all mistakes can be amended. Meaning, it is never too late to correct a mistake or make amends. While we are alive, yes, we are not perfect. No one is perfect. Not sometimes, we all make mistakes. But the only time where our mistakes can give us a bit of redemption, or yes, is when we encourage, we learn, we go, we tell people, we accept our mistakes first, which we encourage forgiveness, and that can offer hope for us. So, no matter how big this error can be, there's always a room for amendment. There's always room for forgiveness. There's always room for repair. There's always room for us to dust ourselves and make it work. So the proverb of today is, all errors are amendable. The proverb encourages forgiveness and offers hope for redemption. What is inflated too much will break into small pieces, little fragments. So please let us have this in mind. We are all humans. We make mistakes. We make errors. Let it not be used to judge us, especially when we know in our hearts we accept our mistakes. For those that agree to accept the mistakes and to make a change, it is only proper they should be forgiven and given another chance. That is all I have for today. I want to thank you all for coming. Thank people, all the people on all the social media outlets, people that stayed awake. I know it's practically late in some part of Africa and Europe and Asia. It's practically late, or Europe and Africa. Thank you all for keeping up with the show. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes, the subscription. Thank you for the sharing. Thank you for all you have done with us. Thank you for keeping a date with us again at Upper Reporters and Talk. Upper Reporters and Talk is for everybody. It's a family program. You don't have to just be on the phone or be on the sideline. You can use the link, the StreamYard link, to come into the studio, to talk about it, to be about it, and to tell us what you want. Regardless of the political parties, 17 political parties and their 17 candidates with their deputies, we are all brothers. This is an open platform for everybody. You can support anybody you want. Everybody can be your candidate, but we are here for each other. Whoever emerges as governor will be a governor for everybody, every Edo State citizen. So please, let's encourage one another. Let's try to come here, make our opinion, suggestion, as it may be, that is biased, because these days we have biased opinions, but it's okay, they are always accepted. But we in the house try to make sure our opinions are unbiased and unreserved. Thank you very much, everybody. Mr. Tupo, Mr. Oscar, Mr. Uyi, Mr. Concord, Mr. Gaiva Brosipa, then Obedede, he has come, he has left, and other people that were in the studio. For those that could not make it, Mr. John Bosco, Mr. Odianose, etc., Mr. Oste, yes, we thank you. We hope to see you guys on Friday. Thank you all. But don't leave without hitting the like buttons. We have only 7 like buttons today on YouTube. That is not good, but it's okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you for everything you do. We will see you same time on Friday for the next episode. God bless. Have a wonderful week ahead. Lastly, happy Children's Day. Thank you very much. Have a good day.